I was in fact muted. Thank you for letting me know. All right, that should be all good to go. Let's set up the music as well. Is this gonna work? Or is this going to be difficult? This is going to be difficult. Nice. Love it when they do this. What about now? There we go. Alright, we're gonna start with some Witcher music today, I think. Let me know, as always, if it's too loud. Tuesday, congrats on the pretty stream streak. Holy shit, dude. Alright. Have we fixed everything? Is everything fixed now? Do we all feel like everything's working? Anything that's not working? That's probably the more important question. You let me know if anything's not working. In the meantime, good morning, everyone. How's it going? I am quite tired, but I hope you all had a wonderful week as we get into another weekend of FTD, Stellaris, and probably Warno, let's be honest. So today's plan, FTD, obviously. It's Friday. I don't know, we're gonna figure out what to build, I guess. I have a design from the workshop that I've reworked, which I'm quite happy with. And then I also have a what's it called? Yeah, I have collab tomorrow with Stellaris. That's with Toady and Nemo. That's gonna be session 3 of our archaeology only in the multiplayer. That's gonna be the last session of it because Toady will unfortunately be unavailable on Saturdays in the future. And then Sunday, I think we're just gonna do more Warno because I finally got the content creator role in the Warno server. So I think we'll have fun times with that, don't you? But yeah, so that'll be Warno 2v2s for those of you interested. If not, no worries. I just really like playing that game, and I need a way to play it on stream so that I'm not playing it off stream instead of doing videos. Hi, quite tired. I'm Cruiser. Are you now? That's crazy. Okay, aside from that, let's begin. Alright, oh, I didn't even have the game booted up. Alright, we're gonna stay on this stream for a while and pretend I have something like really important to talk about. Oh my god, my only game played since the last time I played FTD was Warno. Oh, it's an addiction. And I'm not even that good at it, that's the worst part. Warno really is my League of Legends. I pick a map, I pick a lane, I lose, it's a great time. Ads? Hey, do you want to break from the ads? Alright, let's swap over to... Oh, hit the wrong key there, my bad. There we go. Game, which should be from the depths. Why is it not loading up? Does this every time, I swear to god. It doesn't save when I swap it between scenes. Very sad. Alright, there you go. You guys should be able to see it now. So right now we have what's called the Blusterer code name. I'm probably going to swap it to the Braggadocio because it's a fun little acronym that I like. Acronym? That's not the word. Synonym. That's the word. I am very tired today. I'm not gonna lie. So Landrit for Warno just released, and I did in fact stay up all night playing it. So Warno is like League, then why no Shogath? My favorite champion I used to play. The AMX10 is literally just Shogath. Changed my mind. May server motors be gorded against unfunction. Thank you, Gremlin. Hey, TJ, how's it going? Hello, Rockboy. Hello, Jesus Christ. Transgender Jesus Christ. That's like the Bond, James Bond. But yeah, so here's what I've been working on recently. It's based off a workshop design by Farumian, called the Bulgrin, so I've adapted his howitzer, I guess you'd say. But I obviously redid the Tetris and have redone the gun to fit more into a modern Deep Guard style. Aside from that, I also copied the layout because I kind of like the one big howitzer on a very small riverboat layout. I'm pretty happy with how this is done. Obviously, it's quite modernized for me and used to be a very prolific Deepwater Guard builder back in 2018, 2020. But, you could barely tell this is a Warhammer pin after all. Hey, join the club, TJ. I'm on my Shiva bullshit. Oh, hell yeah. But yeah, what else have I done with this build? The paddle wheel, yada yada yada. Pretty much just copied the Corsair's paddle wheel, I think. And now I just have to figure out how I want to do the superstructure and the other bits. But yeah, that's today's plan, I think. For once, I actually already did the functionality. I did some 3D cram Tetris for the first time. It's not the hardest, but you know what? It works. I'm sure there's probably some inefficiencies like at the sides here because it's cubed instead of like, perfectly symmetrical. Not perfect symmetrical. What's the word I'm looking for? Perfectly. I'm sure there's a way I could have had it where these payload packers probably could have gotten more on them, but especially a few of these, like so these ones only have 2 connected packers, whereas these ones have 4. And I think there's some in here that have 5. If I was not mistaken. No, okay, all of them have 4 at most. Okay, that's not bad. Either way, y'all get the point. At the very least, all the packers have 3 out of 3 attachments. Playing Space Marine 2 right now, actually. Nice, I haven't played Space Marine 2. I've only ever played Space Marine 1, and that was on the Xbox 360 when it came out. When Space Marine came out, not when the 360 came out. Today's Space Marine 2 is phenomenal? Hell yeah. Anyway, so we have about a 60 FP cram here, which I'm pretty happy with, 61 FP. Basically, we've just made a Marauder on steroids, but I will show you how it works. Also, oddly enough, this was just a side project. I actually don't need this for the main campaign at the moment. Because this fin is made to counter Onyx Watch, which we haven't encountered yet, believe it or not. It goes there. And I think we actually may have overpenned. Hello? Yeah, I think we overpenned. So I need to change the pen depth on it. Because against deep water guard ships, we sometimes overpen. Yeah, we definitely did. Alright, hit the engine. Let's see. Pen the engine is one of the few areas we can pen. There we go. That's what she's supposed to look like. It's only a 3-meter pen depth, by the way. So this is what I mean when I say Deepwater Guard can very easily have... Oh, that was a one-shot. Huge. Anyway, yeah, basically just little Doom Cram idea that I had. Wanted to try it out. Got inspired. I've been having quite a lot of fun building this so far. Hey, M3, how's it going? 35 stream streak. Oh my god, guys. Some of you have been here longer than I have, it feels. That's insane. Graham, how's it going? Looking good, thanks, I appreciate it. Alright, so basically what this is meant to do is it's meant to at least disable Onyx Watch ships, but very cheap. So a Bastion, for example, is 34,000 maths. Which means I think it is now... Oh, let's just put this on just in case. Yeah, this one's 39,000 maths. I'm hoping to get it to 50 maximum, but we'll see how that goes, obviously. But we'll test it out against, you know, like 60 and 70k craft, Onyx Watch craft as well. Basically, if I hit right there, it'll bounce, because that's how cram works. Again, we started that streak this year, I think. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to get crams not to bounce against shields. That's the big issue I'm having right now. Stop! How's it going, Mom? Dabs you up. Greetings, handsome individual. Hello, Sob. How's it going? There we go. Yeah, so you can see there, the cram does indeed pretty much just cripple the Bastion. Now, we can take out this front turret as well, and then the AI is back there, but I've definitely gotten at the one-shot before a few times. Going well, dude? Hell yeah. Stop, I'm excited to play Warno Sunday. I don't know if you're available Sunday, but if you are, we're doing community 2v2s. And we'll be doing, you'll be welcome to play second Mardiv against us if you wish. Alright, so what is this? Free shots to take the Bastion so far? Because this third one should take him out. So it could be better, but also, it's going to be a cheap little cram spitter pretty much. And also, I will be armoring it, because I actually did armor the sides correctly, and then remember, wait, this one's a front sider. Didn't find it right now, but today I was really sick and had to push myself, and I got a seizure while I was in the library. That is not great. That'd be Monday for me. I may be available. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be very beginner friendly, so if you're rusty for Warno, don't feel bad about that. Just come and join in, have fun. It's all games for fun. It's not gonna be competitive or anything like that. What else can we do here? Honestly, I kind of want to add more of the barrel decos up there. So like add this onto the barrel as deco, add maybe not this one, but trying to decide how I want to do a barrel deco has been the hardest part about this so far. My wife requested I drown you. Ah, I see, I see. It's hospitalized, but nothing too serious, and they gave me a medication. Hey, I'm glad to hear it's not too serious. First time experiencing it too. Yeah, you gotta be careful with that stuff. I'm glad to hear that you recovered, but yeah, please be careful with that in the future. I give it a care package. My wife demanded more drowning. Alright, so I will take another sip of my coffee. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do superstructure here. Person's a great swimmer. I am. I actually did do quite a bit of swimming as a kid. I have a good like frame for swimming. Let's take the old Corsair, because there is a new one in the works. I think we'll do a superstructure similar to this. And then basically what I want is I want autoloader for the gun here, smokestack here, and then superstructure here. I think that's what I want. And then obviously steam engine goes in here. Probably ammo probably back here as well, and then the AI can go somewhere, I'm sure. Kind of have too much cram and not enough room for anything else. Wait, Roar stream safety inspection. Oh no, there we go. Worsen Framebox's fan base in 4K, 100 million pairs. There we go. We're safe now, alright guys? Are we all okay now? We have the hard hat on. But yeah. Anything else you really want here? I'm deciding if I want any extra weapons when I build this. I don't think I do. I just want to change this so it's not so this. So you know what? Let's just start building. So we know back here. How do I want this? This is gonna be hard. Okay, let's put the windows here. And then, no, let's actually move it one forward. We'll do one little superstructure window here. This is gonna be a very asymmetric deck gun at the rear. Maybe. It'd be a very asymmetric build. I can tell you that right now. Trying to figure out how I want to build up to that Paphos style snout, right? I've been doing a lot of Paphos style lately, and also I don't think that's enough space for it. I'm not gonna lie. I think no, that will be enough space. I have to trust the process. You come in here, go here, here. There we go. Alright, now how do we get the Paphos style bridge to come out from here? I think what we do is metal supports. We have this up here, obviously. I think we do another one up here. No, actually. We wouldn't do it there, would we? Also, I tried a new ribbon style where I do 3-meter metal and 4-meter wood, one offset, so it gives a little bit of that lip without being so consistent. I really just liked how consistent my my framing was. It didn't work, I feel, you know? Okie dokie. Give it one more over. I think I'd get it where I want. So let's put you here. Let me take you you. Yo, I do love the witching music, I gotta admit. It's very calming, you know? There we go. Alright. That gives us one space on each side. These big metal posts on this side will be the Papo style supports, I think. Oh, now that I look at it, is that what we want? I think it's not going to need that much support, right? Alright, let's do the doorway at least. No, I guess there wouldn't be a lower door, would there? Oh. Having offset Papo styles is very strange. I have to admit. Let's move back to how we had it. I think we're trying to think. We're thinking about this too much. You know? Oh, from Mars and Liv. Hello, Neko. How's it going? What are you up to today, Neko? I know you had plans. I literally just looked at your schedule, and for some reason I cannot remember what you were up to. Nuclear option? Good question. Or is it bar or nuclear option today? Maybe we try something like this. Why are you cheesing him? Oh, this is just somebody does, don't worry. He's always straight cheesing it, Sob. Alright. Alright, let's actually get rid of you for now. And we'll figure out where we want the bridge of the craft. Let's start with that little under segment right there. So we're gonna do 2-meter metal, and I think obviously I want the bridge to be offside from the gun so they can actually see. So let's have the center of the bridge right here. Now, obviously that means we need to have just above it needs to be the probably 2-meter opposite that one side. You have this here, obviously. No, because I think it would actually be more like this. Wouldn't it? I want to elongate it a little bit, right? I don't want it to be directly flat like this. Then we're actually not going to do a snout, we're just going to do on top like this, a very small one, and then have a little bit of an overhang up top. Pretty much just doing a full Corsair bridge, but different, right? And then it's just the doorway being offset that will be strange, I think. Yeah, I think that's what we have to do. Ah, this is why I hate doing superstructures. This is why I hate doing superstructures. Alright. Let's actually take you down. Maybe that work? No, actually, maybe that would work. I'm trying to do like the undermount chin that I always do, right? Let's put you here. Put you back down to 1 here. There we go. And then up top here, we just do this. There we go, that works. There we go. And obviously we do this, because again, the Corsair is a very small bridge. Doing small Papo style stuff is what always gets me, I think. It's very difficult for me. Then obviously we want a little bit of an overhang. So we do this. And then do we do this? No, because that's the wrong side. Hey, there we go. That's not looking bad. And then from there, we want to just copy it out to here, I think. Oh, so is this Toussaint ambience? This is Toussaint ambience. Yeah, say I love Toussaint in Witcher 3. It's one of my favorite locations in the game. It's so good. And then you come out and go backwards. Okay, we can do this. Luckily, we got a design that's pretty easy to copy, which is nice. So obviously, we're gonna paint up all of this afterwards. Don't get me wrong. But for right now, it's pretty nice that we can just do a small little copy here and not have to worry about it too much. And then obviously we just offset it, and presto, we've made a updated Corsair bridge. Now how we connect it to everything else is gonna be the hard part. People were saying I should get into FTD, not having witnessed my crimes. Oh my god, yeah. Honestly, Neko, it would be really fun to have someone who I could do like weekly 1v1s against. Like, I really do want to, similar to how Spadice's training me for Warno, I want to train you up in FTD so that we can do, like, competitive stuff. Because Spadice's training me up so that he can 1v1 me. For Warno. And, which I feel like, now that I think about it, every game Spadice showcases me, he only shows it to me so that he can 1v1 me in them. You just want someone who doesn't have speed holes? Exactly. Then again, we actually haven't had too much, how do you say, outsourcing in 2026. I had Corey help a little bit with some shaping, but the majority of stuff this year has been all me, which is a strange feeling. Because the Selkie rebuild was 100% me, Privateer was 99% me. So far, this little critter has been 100% me. So I'm actually surprised at how well we're doing. Enjoy the FTD shenanigans when it involves tanks points. Of course you can join, Sop. Honestly, is that something we want to see? Do we want to see a return to format of the tournaments, guys? But make it weekly instead of a speed building thing? And then just have head-to-head brackets again? I feel like it's been a while since we've done tournaments, huh? And I feel like if we give a week, then more people can join, because I know not everyone can speed build. But there is something to be said for the speed building format in my mind. Hey, Whitehead, how's it going? If I put you here and then maybe do this? No. Alright, I like the shape of that so far. Then I think what we do is we actually shave off this side. Because this side's going to have the autoloader, so it's going to be a little bit flatter and without the platform. Yeah, that's what I think is gonna happen. Alright, let me put my glasses on, actually. Beacon 25 degrees Celsius, that's pretty good. Nice, so we just got hit with a damn blizzard. I'm upset. There we go. Alright, is the glasses helping, or is it causing the model to freak out? It's causing the model to freak out. Okay. There we go. Let's change the camera around. Does that help? 1 second. I gotta do something here. Sometimes I find that this model just really doesn't like it when I do this. Okay, so that's only 85% with the glasses on, really. Wow. Didn't know it hates my glasses so much. There we go. Alright, that should work a little bit better now. Yeah, it was 15 the other day. I went for a walk, and then the last 2 days have just been all snow. And it sucks, because I was like, hell yeah, I'll be able to do daily walks again. The imminent blizzard. The humble blizzard pursuing me at, I don't know, how fast do blizzards go? I don't know. Alright, that's, 2, 1. Okay, that's pretty easy. That's a pretty damn easy format. The question is, do I want to keep it as yeah, we don't gotta reinvent the wheel here, I guess. Unfortunately, as much as I love reinventing the wheel. There we go. I think that was here, right? Yes. Oh, but that side is actually a little bit more open, isn't it? No, it's just they use 1 meters on the inside. Ah, probably for more room, eh? Yeah, look at that. Alright, there we go. Haven't had snow in years, really? Wow. Yeah, just another casualty of global warming. Okay, so we got a little balcony out to the side. Honestly, might trim off these pieces. We'll see if we really want those pieces eventually, I guess. But they just feel a little bit too wide right now. Maybe we can decorate them to be shorter, we'll see later. So it does have a little MG nest up there. And then at the back, it's just a very flat doorway, it seems. So, honestly, not too much difficulty in this build so far. Let's make this like this, just so we can get the door in. You know what? Actually, no, let's make this metal. This feels like it needs some metal back here. I wanted to get better at texturing lately, because I feel like I've kind of fallen off on my texturing. And so I do want to bring back that balance of metal and wood on a lot of my builds. But snow, I live in a country with no snow. Very fair. The humble blizzard looking at you like, you know. Oh my god, Neko, Jesus, dude. I was still so shocked when that came out. I shouldn't be shocked, I know. Games industry has always been rather misogynistic, especially with Gamergate and all that, but still, it was rather shocking to hear about all that. Still, the Corsair rework I did could help with the super. Do I still have the Corsair rework you did? If I do, it would probably be in my autosaves. I think once I forwarded it to Paphos, I probably didn't look at it again. Did you call it by any chance? We had a converted Kalmar aircraft carrier? That's interesting. Did you happen to call it the Corsair? No, that's the same Corsair. We called it like Scrimp Corsair or something like that? The Roarsair? Oh, of course. Of course, I should always check for stuff that chat submits in the R section. If I made any modifications to it, then it would be in here. I do not see it, unfortunately. Oh well. That's okay. It's one of those things too, but I should probably... I need to do hard superstructures like this in order to learn how to do superstructures like this, so I'm not too upset. Lame. I really don't save too many of my own designs, let alone chat's designs. I'm gonna fully admit this. I am not a design saver, I have to admit. Alright. Alright, that works so far. What we'll probably do is we'll probably have it as like a little one-off platform back here, similar to what we did on the privateer, and then have it wrap around to the main central superstructure. But this right here, I actually do want to have copied over. So that's 1, 2. Oh, that's actually rather simple. Wow. And then the mast in front of it actually would make a little nice little part of it, so we'll keep that. Alright, so we'll put the smokestack probably at the back over here. Let's say... yeah, right here should work. Alright. Go. Something about right here, I think, would be a good spot for it. It's nice out of the way. And also, what I think we'll do is, with the bridge on this side being able to see forward, we're going to put a chair on the gun on this side, so that no matter where you are, on which side of the boat you are, you can always see forward to fire a grenade. Oh, the freebooter, now I remember? Oh, that's hilarious. Check. If you called it the freebooter, that would actually be quite funny. They have a lot of freebooter designs, believe it or not. Alright, we have Freebooter Quarry, Freebooter Hall no Deco, Freebooter Deco, Freebooter 2, Freebooter 2024. I don't think any of those are yours, unfortunately, dude. Sorry. If I go back in Paphos' nice DMs, I'm sure I'll find it, because I did send it to him going like, hey, this could be a cool Corsair rebuild. But, that all depends on what Paphos thought of it, I guess. And again, I also think Paphos is doing his own rebuild at the moment of it. Now that I think about it. Why is the Corsair so dark? Definitely needs to... Well, it's getting rebuilt, so I guess we don't have to spruce up that paint, but... And there's gonna be sails in here, and then what's that last block that I can't quite see there? It is an upside down slope. Okay, cool. Not bad. Not bad at all. Then we can always modify it as we need, I think. That's the basic Corsair smokestack, which I think works pretty well here. I think, honestly, if we just take bits and pieces of the Corsair superstructure and model them into here, and then just put a autoloader into a breach. So I want to like rip open the back of his gun and put a breach going through the back of it with an autoloader. I think that could be really cool. Hey, Henry, how's it going? Save your blueprints with timestamps? No, it's the autosaves. No, I save my blueprints with numbers or nothing at all, and I just name them differently. Alright, so yeah, Henry, welcome in. We've made an artillery platform for anti-Onyx Watch duties based off a design called the Poltroon by Ferumian from the workshop. Ferumian used to do a lot of cool Deepwater Guard builds back in 2018. I remember he was the inspiration for a lot of my builds. So we're just rebuilding it, but in a more Deepwater Guard style, specifically Paphos style here. Or, I guess specifically my brand of Paphos style, because I think I'm still the only Paphos style builder who does my bows like this. But I like them, and they look cool. Alright, so let's, 3 wide, get the corners, or, okay, we can do that, no problem. So if I do... Yeah, because basically, if I mark out enough of these areas, then I think we'll be inspired to do superstructure. Somewhere inspiration will strike. You know what I mean, Chuck? There we go. That's how it always goes. Yeah, that's about the same size as the superstructure on the left-hand side. So if we just, yeah, if we just split up the superstructure there, and then the middle section still has room for the autoloader, I think. We might actually have to cut off this section here. But that actually wouldn't be a bad idea. I think that could work, actually. Yeah, wait a second. That could actually work. Let's cut you off. Oh, let's end you here, I think. There we go. And then that still leaves us enough room for the infrastructure. Maybe something like this. Or maybe we just put some metal here. That's alloy. That doesn't look right. Nah. What I gotta start doing is I gotta start using these square back corners and then just deco them to be smaller. Instead of having these like funky ass 1 meter square triangles. I hate them so much. You know? Okay, where do we go from here is the question. I think we take in here and make this that 4 meter block I want. Could do something like that. Or we could maybe do it the other way. And then just have them up here. No. No, I don't think we will do that. Do that. That's ideally what we'd want in terms of function or structurality, but obviously we want it to look a little bit better than this, don't we? Could do something like this. No. That looks strange, to say the least. Alright, we'll put you there for now. Hey, Monster, how's it going? Man, that coffee's good. You ever just, like, have, like, a cup of coffee, it just hits right, you know what I mean? Anti-water aircraft for funsies. What the fuck is going on with the Gotha? The Gotha was my first design added in 2022. And is going to be replaced with the Frigate Bird as soon as Paphos finishes it up. Frigate Bird is this little guy right here. Oh, that's the wrong version. That still has the signs on it. Where did I put the right version of the Frigate Bird? Did I already put it in here? No, that's the Gotha. Is this the right one? Hey, this is the right one. Nice. But yeah, so the Gotha is going to be replaced with this, which is just a godly version of it. And this is the 2025 version. Yeah, no, but Gotha was the first build I ever got in game, because I had the idea of her biplane with a central gun, and Pathos really liked it, so he told me to replace the Gotha with it. SMH, no Gotha girlfriend? True. Alright, where do we go from here? Damn, I wanted to roast the shit out of the Gotha. Well, yeah, it's my first build. Because I think it was my first build coming back in 2022. After not having played since 2017. But it's the build that got me Kodal. I think that was more based off the idea more than the actual competency of the build. But it was originally an easy design that got moved to expert, and then Paphos wanted it in godly. So that's why it's getting fully rebuilt. Because it was never meant to be in... Like, the version of it right now was never meant to be that high level. Alright, let's build you out a little bit backwards here. Can I take you out? I can. Very nice. There we go. You in there. No, let's not do it like that, actually. Let's do it like this. That's just going to be easier for us in the long run, I feel. And then we can always just... What's going on back here? Again, literally everything on this is painted trim, so it's impossible to fucking see anything on it. I hate it. There's a hole here. That's not meant to be here. I see how this was done. Okay, interesting. Why it was done like this, I do not see. But I do see how it was done. Okay, so you come here. And then you come here, and you come here. Okay. Hey, Villain of Legend, welcome in. How's it going? Want to play FTD again, but I'm being held hostage by Vintage Story server. Vintage Story is fun. Have fun with whichever game you're vibing with at this moment. Don't worry about what you're playing, right? If you play FTD, then play some FTD. If you're playing Vintage Story, play Vintage Story. Just do what is fun. That's a 5 meter, okay. And then this is old enough that defense munition warners actually needed AI. Very funny. Very, very funny. Alright, let's do this pull at, let's say... I think that should work. And then here... Let's have one out the other side, I think. I used to use the APS recoilless, but it's fine. That's our first mast there. I think we will do a second mast over the front here, and then still got to figure out how we do the autoloader between the two. Because I do want the autoloader on this one to really specify that it's a big gun. Similar to the Sandviper, right? I have like 2 to 3,000 black screen and so much fucking red meat. Hell yeah. So my question for you, Ben, is when do you consider Vintage Story to be done? That's probably what you should ask yourself if you want to play other games, and you know, you've already kind of won Vintage Story, right? Because unless you're Neko, it's not like your crops are going to burn down randomly. So Neko tends to have that problem, but no one, I don't know anyone else who tends to have their crops burn down randomly. Completely randomly, by the way. With no other user's input. But, Oh, and then that's the doorway down there. Interesting. Can I fit a doorway? I could totally fit a doorway here. Let's split you open. Taking us to court over turn up gate. Alright, so let's actually remove this then. No, but you know what? This is where we put one of those tricky little modifications. Because we remembered you don't have to build it exactly like how the original has it. And what we'll do is we can just do some offsets here. There we go. That actually does work. Does it actually? Even not, I'm not sure if it does. Yeah, I guess it does. Oh, weird. There we go, because I need to go take my final. Yeah, have fun with your finals. Monster literally every 2 weeks. Finals. Just graduate already. Have a good one and good luck, of course. Alright, so this is going to be a bit strange, because we need this to kind of like not be like this. That actually kind of works. So let's put you in here. And we'll actually just do this. We can get around the side here and have it still as if it's propped up instead it's every 3 weeks and I'll graduate in 9 weeks. So, oh, hell yeah. Good job. To be fair, I only see chat like 3 times a week. And it's all on the weekend, right? So, otherwise, Nickel Boy gets custody of you guys during the rest of the week. So, wait, what the fuck? A final is every 3 weeks? I think it's an accelerated course, Henry. All right. I think this works because we're gonna have it act as if the superstructure is completely supported over top of everything else. Oh, Corsair kind of already does this actually, which works well for our idea. Makes me happy. It makes this a lot easier than had I had to figure this out myself. All right, beam in here. Beam slope down here. Down here. Then we get this funky little critter again, don't we? Interesting. Okay. Why do I keep doing this to myself? In that case, let's actually replace you with a metal one. No, let's replace you with a metal one, because you're kind of already metal. Plus you're a 1 block, which no one likes. Alright, come here. Come here. There we go, not bad. And you know what? You can be metal here. And then... you know what? I kind of actually want to do this, but out here. I kind of like this idea we got going on here with the metal. Having it be like the supports here. We're gonna actually keep this going. We're gonna elongate this one just to modify it from the original Corsair. And I think we have discovered the sauce, which makes me build, because I am quite happy with how this is starting to look. There we go, that's not bad. That feels like it's bolted on afterwards, without looking too, how do you say it? Brickety. Elongate? Damn, what do you do now? Elongate. Okay. Honestly, I think we can get this build done today, guys. I think we can do it. So I'll probably just copy the Selkie steam engine in here. Selkie steam engine is not great, but what can you do, eh? I'm not learning how to build steam. Fuck that shit. Oh, you know what? Do I hold chat hostage for roasts until they teach me how to build a steam engine? That's an idea right there. That is absolutely an idea right there. You know? We'll see how it goes, but maybe that's what I'll do today. Alrighty. Actually, yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. Okay, so over here, I think we do the same idea of... then again, this is also significantly higher up, or yeah, over here is significantly higher up, I guess. You know what that means? That means we add a little platform over here. Let's put you over here. And then right here. So you're going right underneath here. And does that fit? That should fit, I want to say. Yeah, it should fit. Yeah, because that gives us 2 blocks from there. Okay, huge. Huge. There we go. And then with the same idea over here. There we go. Actually, I think it's either side right here, yeah? Yeah, so this one's actually in the middle. There we go. Now we have this come down here, and this will make it look like we actually support it. And then we don't care about the deco supports here. So honestly, I can't be bothered. There we go. There we go. Also, how much? Oh, this is Fields of Art Skeleton. That's why. I think that fits because you need another block for the roof bridge floor. No, because the bridge floor goes here. Ah, I see what you mean. Yeah. All right, we need to decrease that by 1 then. Let's take this prefab. Good call, Henry. Thank you for pointing that out. I, for some reason, thought we already had the floor in. And then we're gonna need to... no, let's still have it out to here. Alright, you around, you in here, you in here. And then just... I guess. And then we can clean that up afterwards. Alrighty. And then same fin over here. Let's have you go 5 wide. We're doing this just for the wood aesthetic, not... It actually is just worse health-wise, but... Yeah, that's okay. We can deal with worse health-wise here. It's all about the aesthetic. And then that window back there doesn't make much sense at this point then, does it? Not really, eh? So let's actually just remove this. This was a little bit too standard Deepwater Guard anyway. I kind of put that style on all of my designs, so... What we could do then is probably move it to up in here. Actually, that's an idea. We'll see how that goes, but I think we could do that. Because if I do... I don't actually need to leave any walkways here. So if I just do this... That's part of the floor in here, but if I do it like this, that still works as part of the floor. So I do it over here so it actually fits. And instead of doing it like that, we can just do this. And then have you come out here. Maybe... Ooh, you know what? Maybe this works. Hello, welcome in, Shan, how's it going? Can we get a shout out for Shan, please? How is it going, Shan? It's good to see you. How have you been? Cheap Raid, what did you guys get up to? I didn't get a chance to catch your stream today. Schedule 1, ooh, fun. Hello, how's it going? I hope you guys all had fun today. We're just working on a new boat today. I'm kind of in a low energy mood. So if you enjoy vibes, welcome on in. If you got a raid and run, no worries, I understand. Shan is on that British time, as we say. So, British time in it. But aside from that, I'm Archaeologist Vtuber, an Archaeologist Vtuber, real-life archaeologist, and I am one of the builders, I guess, for the official From the Depths campaign. Not that I've been doing that recently, I've been doing my own stuff recently. Because I've been building this campaign since 2022, and I need a break. Tell me about it. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? I deserve that for saying the British in it, but hitting me with the about it, that's crazy. That's a crazy clapback. Yeah, that's right. So true. But yeah, so today we're just building a little artillery boat that has some scrappy little pirate shenanigans on the back of it. Oh, we could probably put in some windows down here as well. Turn this into an interior portion. But yeah, how did Schedule 1 go? Did you, Schedule 1's the drug making game, right? Should I be asking how your drug making went? Am I allowed to say that? It's a pirate artillery, oh my god, okay, I'm good. It is. Yeah, did you make any dank kush, as the kids say? Shit, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't learned drug slaying since like 2016, okay? It's a farming sim in the first part, not gonna lie. I swear, officer, it's just a farming sim. I made some OG kush, hell yeah. What do they even call it? Is it still called dank kush nowadays? There's no way they've kept dank kush around. It has to be called something else nowadays, right? Has to be. Not anymore. Stardew Valley, Pete Walter White. It's just weed here. Oh, is it? Damn. Yeah. Well, I know, like, marijuana was legalized in Canada, so we don't really, it's not really a taboo anymore, right? Breaking Ba. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh my god. But now, Shan, it's good to see you. All right. I want to go with this. You know, I could put a little sheep on this design now that I think about it. Do I have a sheep already designed in this game? All right, Shan, remind me some point later. I will make a little design based off a sheep. Sheep. Yeah, because I already had an idea cooking for this one. All right, let's put you there. Let's get the windows in. Let's actually... Hey, presto, there we go. Do that there so it looks like we do wrap it around. There we go. That can be metal up, going up there. Excuse me. Yeah, we're doing a superstructure today, and I hate doing superstructures, so... For what possible purpose would you have a sheep prefab? Don't worry about it. We were experimenting with livestock in one of the structures for a campaign build that never got finished. Because I wanted to see if livestock was a good idea in the game. The answer is no, it's just very deco heavy, and it doesn't really turn out that well. All of that and all of them. Sheep I love, sheep. Alright, let's put you up to here. Alright, let's actually take that out, put you out to there. Put you out the pasture. That's what the sheep say. There we go. Do I want 2-meter corners there? No, not really. Alright. Yeah, I think we have to do this, no? We have to do it like this so that the rest of these guys here could fit in. It was a little bit too far forward though, doesn't it? Yeah, it's a little bit too far forward. Alright, let's move you back one. Let's move you back one. You back one. Hey, presto, there it goes. So now we still get our window effect. Now the issue with this, of course, being that now our balcony is too far out. But that's easily fixed by just going, no, and fixing it. Really is that simple. When in doubt, chat, just go, no, and fix whatever you're building. There we go. We just get a little bit less of a balcony, but that's fine. That is a cool idea. Yeah, no, it was a pretty fun little idea what we had. Thank you for the hydrate, Morgana. Ah, we're already at the 1 hour mark. Wow. I will say, we are getting pretty good at actually shaping stuff out within the stream time frame at this point. Especially with a design that's difficult like this, I find. I'm getting very happy with our ability to shape things out. Squats. Ah, oh, Shan. I was hoping no one would remember I have the exercise routine. Alright. What? 2, 3, 4, 5. It's been a while since I had the Devos. Right, well, you Devos, I'm gonna make dinner. No worries, Shan. Have a good one. Thank you so much for stopping by and sharing your community today. Plus, it's always good to see you. This is that cram cannon you asked us about? Yeah! We're just working on the superstructure today. I managed to get it up to 61 firepower, Spartan. So it can now one-shot turrets. Also, just to flex on Quarry here, I can take out the Bardiche and make it capsize. Wait. Stop that. Alright, because I just want to show off. I know Quarry's not here right now, but when I had a PT, they made me do 30 squats with sandbags. Oh, I'd believe it. I had to test squats. Very fair. Yeah, because I think if I hit it right on the side here, it just immediately capsizes. I tried this once before. Okay, well, that missed. Yeah, I don't understand how to get... I don't understand the accuracy settings on Cram, I'm not going to lie. Alright, let's just see if we can hit the actual turret itself, then. Because there's one area, like, it was around this area where I hit it, and it pretty much chain reacted all of the APS. Very big. Yeah, it's just a very cheap Doom Cram, pretty much. I'm quite a big fan of him. He does take 21 seconds to reload, though. But when you have 5 of them coming at you, it's worth it. You still packing payload, buddy? Oh, right, I took the ammo off him, didn't I? I moved the ammo when I went to build the superstructure. Right, I remember now. There we go. Alright. I think we hit him right here. I know you have enough ammo now. You have more than enough ammo, buddy. Come on. There you go. There we go. Knock out. Is this before, maybe? I swear Yeah, there's the turret gone. Oh, you know what it was? It was side on, that's why. He does start to list heavily, though, whenever you take out one of his guns, I've noticed. Very funny. Let's hit him again. There we go. Now, is it gonna cap? Hey, there we go. That's all we needed. Just 2 hits and it capsizes the Bardiche. This is why you need the autoloader. True, this is why I need the autoloader. Alright, so I would just like to point out that all my designs that capsize are because Quarry worked on them. As you can see, as the proof is right here. So, we'll hashtag blame Quarry for my designs capsizing. Whee! Somehow overpenned. Oh, because it's completely empty. I see. Autoloader, I hardly know. True! Alright, let's see if we can get one shot on the bottom of it here. There we go. I heard some APS go off secondarily. Yeah. Quarry, what is the second hole BS? My moderator in Christ, what is this? Oh, I love end to test Quarry builds. There we go. But yeah, we're like we're gonna end up a quarter of the cost of the Bardiche, but we're gonna be able to defeat it for sure. Because just 2 hits to the same size and this fucker immediately capsizes. So Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Anyway, Spartan, what have you been working on lately? I saw you had a helicopter for us. Least scuffed British engineering. Actual British ironclad engineering. I am tempted to add incendiary to the cram just to see how it performs. There we go. Yeah, new heli? Hell yeah. Was it based off the Steel Empire Harpy Squadron? Because I saw that you called it the Harpy. Because we'll have to try out your heli against my heli once I get the Hind for Deepwater Guard done. How much is that? It's only at 80% right now. Damn. I don't know why it's so funny to me that this thing capsizes after 2 shots at one of the sides. Absolutely tiny fin? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Alright, back to superstructure construction. I have showed off enough. Let's actually get the ammo in here before we fill this up, I think. Bop, 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 bop. I think that's all you need, yeah? You don't need that much. Yeah, but that works. Bop, 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 bop. Over here can be fuel bin, I guess. That works. Just a little bit of heavy armor just to help the load there, and then get fully encased in here, buddy. Right, there's our ammo. Steam engine's probably not gonna have enough room now unless I do something real funky with it over here. We'll see how that goes. Or I can always move it up, because I can just have this area up here be a bit more solid superstructure-wise. Underneath the autoloader, we'll see how it goes. Well, actually, it's a front side, or do I need the side armor? Yeah, because if it gets hit, I should probably not want. I probably don't want it to get hit too hard, right? Let's see how it goes. Alright, put you in here. You over here. No, that needs to be. Aesthetically, that's gonna be difficult to have, but okay. And then in here will be the window blocks. There we go. That works superstructure wise. Huh. Let's get the floor up in here. I think that's going to be a good start for us. There we go. Have the floor started up. You go wood block here. You go to superstructure at split in half. Yeah, I'm pretty much copying the Corsair and then adjusting it to fit on the half here so that we can have an autoloader in the center. I'm just not sure how I'm going to fit the autoloader. I think we're going to do something probably like this, if I had to guess. Let's put you here. A little bit below the mast, I think. Well, we want it to hang, yeah, okay, so 2 blocks of hanging down is fine. Let's have 1 support beam here. 1 here, and that's how much between them? That's a little bit too even. That's 5 blocks between them, and then 1, 2, 5. First time, there we go. Yeah, I think we'll do something like this. Does that fit? Ooh, just barely fits. Huge. Let's go. You know what? No. Let's have this be a bit more. There we go. Make it feel a little bit more squared off. There we go. And then obviously we'll just have the shell on chains loaded down below. or on the rails. I don't know how we're gonna do the autoloader part yet. Because I haven't worked on an autoloader since, I want to say, 2022 with Potat, with the Sandviper. Okay, let's actually move all of these one back, I think. Means this one gets skill issued into the bridge there, but that's fine. There you go. Go. Hey, presto. Yeah, because I don't particularly... I wanted to have 5 spaces between each of the brackets here. Put you there. I'll put the shell up into here. Yeah, that should work. And that leaves me 1 Hanen room for chains and whatnot to put it into there. They keep put a guard style, but I don't think I could do it. I do not have the right skills for it. I disagree with that. There's a lot of guides, there's a lot of tutorials, and not to mention the fact that you have a lot of people willing to answer questions. I think it's just a matter of, are you willing to try, right? I don't think it's a matter of skill. Because I think anyone can build a deep water guard if they put the effort in. But not everyone's willing to put the effort in, and that's perfectly fine, because it is a hard style. Completely get that. So we're gonna do something like this for the rails. I'll change it around later, obviously, so it makes it's a bit better textured, but doesn't either, but that doesn't stop him. Neko Boy, maybe I remind you of what you built, what monstrosity you built here. Also, I think actually I'm probably the deep water guard builder with the most builds finished this year. Which is not only very funny to me, considering I very rarely finish my builds, but also very surprising, because I know Paphos has been a little bit burnt out. So we'll put you in here. Alright, so we put you in there. Put you over here. We'll remove you. Put you here. And then over here as well, we'll put you. How did that? Oh, because it was C. There we go. Alright, that's going to be what the autoloader kind of looks like. So now we can build around that best we can, I guess. This is going to go into the smokestack, so we don't have to worry about building around this. And this is going to go into the rest of the bridge, it seems. We just have to decide what the rest of the bridge looks like. Hey, Stratton, how's it going? Alright, now that feels a little bit too rounded to me. Let's actually get rid of all that. I think free brackets is too much metal regardless. Alright, let's remove this one and let's move you back to here. So it matches up with the ribs, I think. And then you, we could theoretically move to match up with the ribs up here. Yeah, I think that would work. Alright, and then what I think we do is actually we just do, let's do 5? Oh, let's do this properly. Let's not... I know the moment I'm done blocking it, I'm going to want to redo it properly anyway. And then we can do something like this, I think. Yeah, and this also results in a lot less decos needed for us as well, which is nice. And then we also get the rails at a little bit easier. Oh, look at that. It also lines up perfectly with beams. Huge. Let's go. Yeah, I think that's going to look better. Because now it goes directly into the back, which we can just put a breach on the back of the gun shield there. But Cram, this autoloader is just visual, right? Yes. Yes, this is just a visual autoloader for us. All the cram Tetris is already at the front, which is this big brick here. Ugh. I actually am quite happy with this cram gun. I'm sure there's probably efficiencies I can add, but you know what? Efficiencies are for Neko. He likes fish. This is derogatory. And then 3 meter in here. There we go. That's a bit more of the shape I wanted, I think. Actually, is it? I think this works a little bit better. Yeah. Uh-huh, that's smaller than I thought. Yeah, it's not the biggest, like, little cram gremlin, but it's our cram gremlin. Also, I could only fit so much room while also fitting the internals and the hull shape, you know? Is that lower back? That is lower back. Interesting. Oh. Very curious. There we go. Alright, there we go. That looks a bit more like a deep underguard autoloader, in my opinion. And now we have two, so we're gonna put a breach through here, I think, and then have it go into the back here. It's not the size of your cram that matters, it's what you hit it with. This is true, and this is made to fight Onyx Watch Cougars. Cram loaf, so true. I will say, Cram Tetris is interesting, because it's similar enough to custom cannons that I get it, but it's different enough that it makes me upset. Alright, let's actually swap this out for a bleak. There we go, get some definition up there, and then we can just put the missile rails on the bottom side of the texture there. Once you switch that all to metal, of course. See how it looks pink. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Okay. Alrighty, not bad. It definitely feels very cramped, which is what I wanted it to feel like, right? So I'm very happy with that aspect, at least. And then over here we'll do that usual deep underguard structure, I think. Alright, back to no symmetry. No symmetry. There we go. That fits perfectly in with the autoloader there now. What we'll do actually, you know what? There is the 2 to 4 meter. Hey, presto, there we go. Look at that. Isn't that a beauty? Alright, and then take you out. Go. There we have it. I'm getting pretty good at this whole superstructure thing. I'm touching just quite some of the orange. It's a bit of a shame that I rarely use it for my plane. Yeah, that's fair. Is Carson still here? I don't know if Carson was here in the first place. I don't think Carson's awake yet, though. Has Carson been in here at all? I don't think he is. Yeah, Carson tends not to wake up this early these days. Hey, Melozor, how's it going? Good to see you. How have you been, my friend? Oh, let's put you here. Yeah, ooh. Yeah, because now it looks like it's... Okay, okay. I'm liking this so far. Now we just gotta keep this room... Well, the railings here... Try not to build too much into where the shell is gonna go through, right? Oh, what? Is one catboy not good enough for you? Well, this catboy isn't a moderator, is he? This catboy decided that he wanted to ban the French and lost his mod perms, didn't he, Neko? Alright, let's put this window into here. I would like this to make internal sense as well, so I don't want to design it too silly. That works there. Big old platform here. And assuming the shell is probably going to come in free wide over here. Let's get the breach in. Probably I should just delete this, no? Yeah, that's all just metal blocks. So open you up. Where is what I'm looking for. There we go. Okie dokie. Where is the small steam controller I wanted? No. Oh, I wanted the metal armored hatch. That's what I wanted. We'll have it open sideways, of course. Let's get you up to 3. There we go. There's all the hatch we need. Now, of course, we can just do this. Then what we do past that, I'm actually not sure. I ain't gonna lie. Probably have like a door open and then anything past that, I'm actually not sure. There we go. You know what we'll do? Actually, we'll do some slopes here. Yeah, there's the gauge increaser, so we don't want to open this up too much. I think that'll be okay. Full en poisson mode. Skinny outlaw, small bad John. This is the braggadocio. Currently known as the bluster, because I wanted to follow Papa's naming convention, but I'm gonna switch it to the braggadocio. Because yes, it is just one cock joke. Braggadocio, for those of you who don't know, is someone who pretty much brags about everything. Doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter how small, so. It's a synonym, what was it a synonym? It was a synonym for swashbuckler, I think. Because I wanted to use swashbuckler, but I have a better design I want to use swashbuckler. Where are we building, boys? We're currently building a Deepwater Guard artillery piece. Braggart? Well, I was gonna do Braggart or Blaggard, like, Deepwater Guard catapult. True, pretty much, honestly. Actually, I think I was gonna switch to the Blaggard, wasn't I? Now that I think about it. Yeah, let's switch to the Blaggard. I prefer that name. It feels more in theme with Papo style as well. Blaggard. Delete bind cell. There we go. I'm pretty happy with how this is turning out, though. He's quite the handsome lad so far. Great souvenir moment. True. Well, great souvenir was only supposed to be the souvenir. I don't know why Abby added great to it. Pavos and I are still trying to figure that one out. It's very funny, though. Alright. Back here. Not a fan of this. Let's have this move in one, actually. And hey, that fixes up that door there, which is nice. Hello. 1 second, I'm checking. Hey, Aperture, welcome in. How's it going? What did you get up today, buddy? What did you get up to today? There we go. And then maybe have this platform come down? Question mark? For those of you who don't know me, I'm VT, Archaeologist Vtuber, real-life archaeologist, and currently working on another Deepwater Guard design. Or From the Depths. Oh, this is for myself, not for the official campaign. Which is what I normally build for, if you don't know me. It's been a while, yeah. Hope you've been well. We're working on the Blaggard today. And honestly, the more I work on the superstructure, the happier I'm getting with it, guys. The great is because Orange built it. So true. This is why Orange should have Codal. Oh, you're an archaeologist? Name every arch. Alright, you have the Roman arch, you have the Byzantine arch, you have the Islamic Golden Era arch, you have the... I forget the name of the Indian one. To be fair, I do not study India that much. So, like, I'm allowed to get away with that one. But, whatever arches are there. You see a lot of Art Deco arches and Gothic arches pop up, especially with the renaissance of Gothic and Art Deco styles. You have the Arch de Triomphe. You have multiple Arches de Triomphe, now that I think about it. You have the Napoleonic Arch de Triomphe. You have the Stone Edge technically has arches, believe it or not. They're just very squared off. Uh, bro might like rocks, true. Actual possibility, believe it or not. Alright, so we have our big gaping hole here now. Similar to the one in Neko's heart. So I was gonna say similar to the one in Neko's heart. But, I can't be too mean to Neko today. Actually, says who? Wait a second. Who says I can't be too mean to Neko today? Wait a second here. Let's get you in there. Add new decoration. Hatch. Door hatch. Need the hatch door. Thank you. Okay. Okay, let's scale you up. Surely we can scale it up a little bit more on this too. Go. There we go. Alright, so that's 1.5, just want to move it at 1. I did need it to be 1.5, damn. 1.25 maybe? No, 1.5 it is, okay. There we go. And now we... there we go. Let's put it like... 70? No, also, let's move it down to 2.7 size, I think. There we go. Big door. 2.2, that works. That work? Yeah, that works. That looks like an open and breach now, at least. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. Got Archer back. Oh, true, I did forget Archer back. Thank you for the stretch, Emperor. That's crazy to put a stretch right after Archer back was said. But I will stretch. Oh, there we go. I feel like I need a little bit more because it feels a little bit too front heavy on this side for the bridge. You know? Okay. How can I change you to maybe look a little bit better? Not like that, that's for sure. Not like that. Okay. Okay, bro is not gonna look good, I see. No matter what I do. Alright, in that case, let's change you then to... yeah, that works a little bit better. I think at the very least, I do need to include this top part up here without cutting off too much of anything else. Let's get that in there. That's pretty good. Got the back up there. I think instead of doing the stairs down immediately, I think we do at least this. No. Oh, maybe. Put you in here. Have a little metal platform maybe come down instead of doing it. No, because that's a lot of metal already at the back there. And with the front sloped how it is, that causes the issue of it looks a little bit far-flung forward. More so than I would like. Let's do that instead, because I do want it to look suspended, obviously. And then... oh, actually, no, maybe we don't. Maybe we don't change that. Let's work on the bridge some more. Bridge is always the hardest part for me, I will admit. Let's actually grab you here. Let's get a door up here. And then, of course, we'll get... put you here. No, we gotta put you one back, I guess. Unfortunate. And you come here, which gets rid of you, which is nice. And that also gets rid of you. Means we actually don't. This is so difficult. What if we didn't do this? No, it doesn't quite work, does it? Alright, so we do have to move you forward. Get rid of you there. Let's just put a solid block of metal here, I guess. Give him a rather strong jawline. Didn't raid the rock, but Goro, welcome in. I bet I should have raided. Hey, no worries, it happens. So this is for active Deepwater Guard or a personal ship? This is part of my personal Deepwater Guard fleet. So I have a lot of ships that I'm making for a personal Deepwater Guard campaign, Spartan, because I want to do a Deepwater Guard only campaign, where each faction I unlock new technology because I steal from them as I destroy their craft. And so this one will be a max gauge cram for use against Onyx Watch once I beat them and unlock like massive doom crams, right? I know technically Deepwater Guard already gets them, but I prefer having big guns stolen from Onyx Watch and then strapped onto Deepwater Guard vehicles. I think makes a little bit more sense. And I think this is how they would do it. Hey, Azusa, how's it going? That'd be sick? Yeah, no, I'm pretty excited for it. I'm pretty dang excited for it because I've been really enjoying just... One of the biggest ones I have for this whole technology, like tech tree idea so far, is the electric eel, which is going to be a Tesla coil craft after I beat Lightning Hoods for the first time. But basically, I'm going to be building a sub-faction to go against each normal faction of leader. And then eventually, when I get those built up, I'm going to make them into a custom campaign as if it's the aftermath of me winning. And then my in-game character dies, and then it's a Deepwater Guard Diadoki Wars. Similar to how like Alexander the Great died, and then everyone immediately started a civil war. But imagine with that with Deepwater Guard. It's going to be very fun. Can't wait to see Deepwater Guard with lasers and railguns. I have a few ideas for how to do that. Actually, a great example would be this one. Imagine this build, but replace the howitzer with a railgun. So it's going to be very modular, stuff like that. Or imagine this, but it's a massive Tesla coil instead of a howitzer, right? So I want to be able to build all these builds where I can easily swap out the weapon if I need to use it for a different sub-faction. Now, that doesn't mean every ship hull is going to get every sub-faction, but it means you might see some similarities between them, which is how Deepwater Guard should be. Because Deepwater Guard, you know, is always reused and stuff. Like the Marauder, for example, should definitely have a lot of variants. But obviously, we can't add variant blueprints, unfortunately. Because imagine if we made like 4 different styles of Marauder so that you could have variants for it. It'd be really cool, but it's not coded into the game for that, sadly. Alright, let's put you here and here. There we go. This is the floor in here now. So I think what we do actually is we do this. Okay, no, do this. No, this. I have an idea here. I don't know if it's gonna work that well though. Put you here. Still have you come here, I think. Or no, have you come here like this, probably. There we go. That will still curve sideways if it's a little balcony there, but we don't know how to access it. Because I don't feel like layering too much here. Got the new sails. Need to personally give Sean a hug for doing them. They look amazing. Yeah, I love the alpha test sails. They're so much fun. Alright, and then down here, we just change this up so that... so that what, actually? Put you here. Let's get some light in here. Yeah, this is gonna be a little critter of an area, isn't it? Let's actually put you here. And you can come here, just match up there, that's fine. Sure, I won't cause any issues down the road, eh? Let's actually take you out. There we go. And then over here, we'll just do You. We'll do something like this. Hey, presto, there we go. So again, this is a very new style of Deepwater Guard for me, where I'm really tearing into my builds instead of keeping that modular hull pattern I've always done. But I think it actually really adds to it, because again, each Deepwater Guard craft, like even within the same sub-style, should be a bespoke piece, right? And I think that's the part of my craft I've always been missing out on. And now that I save it, of course, we have to do this. But we didn't actually even need to do this down here. Put that mesh on back, please, so I can see it again. There we go. I'm an asymmetry enjoyer? Hell yeah. Very nice. See, that's the issue in here, is that's gonna look strange. Even if I just build over top of it. I think we actually just get rid of this completely. Then, well, we actually don't need the horn in here, do we? Let's wait on this. Let's wait to see how it turns out. Because the floor needs to come up to here, right? So this is where the floor needs to be. So I think we have the door come in here, turn sideways, and then you come up the stairs here. It's gonna be a very weird walkability to this ship, but I do want it to be walkable at the very least. There we go. Now, how do we do over here is the question. Having the autoloader there makes sense. So strange. I guess we're gonna want catwalks either side of the, so that the shell goes in here, right? Imagine the shell goes in here. How big is the shell? It doesn't feel the largest, does it? Okay. Need an Anime Girl DLC for the upper factions now? Hey, I talked to the devs about that. DLC is up to them, not us. So I think in that case, underneath each railing should be a walkway. That is probably at the right area. Let's take you out. There we go. There's our little walkways. And this one that goes into the door has to be reduced, I think. Let's go there. No, because that's still going to block it. It's going to be up to here. There we go. Now do you... Hey, look at that. Nice. Okay. So we have a little walkway here. The chains will hang down on the rails, come down into the shell. Don't need it to look the most accurate, just need it to get the idea across, right? Alright, so with those walkways there, that gives me the area of how much I get for each room, which is nice. Let's put you in here now. You come in here, and you come all the way around here. Not bad. One of the official DRG Pirate Yuri now. Deep Rock Galactic Pirate Yuri? That's crazy. Deep Rock and Stolen build, true. Still doomed Yuri, indeed. And then what we'll do actually here is let's... We can put a little window area up here. Oh, you know what we do here? We do a skylight. That's what we do here. So let's actually remove you. There we go. Hey, look at that. We got our little skylight now. When was the last time you saw us do a sky? Actually, when was the last time I've done a skylight? It's been a while. You're right. I'm quite happy with that idea. And then back here, we can just pretty much just cover it up like this, honestly. And then take you out, take you out. There we go. All right. So that will be the majority of that done there. Doomed Yuri is just lesbians with glory kills. Oh my god. Let's put you there so you're a little bit better with a skylight. There we go. So we have our skylight. We have our windows off to the side. Okay, I'm very happy with how the superstructure looks on this side. I think this side needs a little bit of work, so. But I'm very happy with how this side looks. This actually looks like a proper two-putter guard superstructure, and the skylight is very unique. Alright, let's, honestly, let's just close it off down here, I think. Put you in here. There we go. And then up here, I also think we just do this, no? Go. Not every pin has to connect, but I like it when pins connect, so that. And then just in here. I think we just do one of these guys. Nope, we can just do one of these guys. There we go. Not the cleanest method of cleaning it up, but it works. It also looks tacked on, which is what I wanted for this. I'm very happy with how this side looks aesthetically. And with paint, it's going to look even better. This idea here, I'm very happy with. I need to do this on more of my builds. Not the window deco being... Yeah, well, it's not done yet. We'll deco it when we go for the final version. Or if you had the Anime Girl DLC, you can add yours. I did get it for free, yes. But do I want to add Yuri to a ship? Does this ship need Yuri is the question? I don't think so. Alright, so let's put you guys on here now. Actually, how much room do I need for this? Now that I look at it. I'm gonna need all the room I can get for it. Okay. There we go. Pop, pop. And then I think the back side is just rounded off, yeah? Yeah, okay. Whew. Go. And now we just round you off. Ta-da! Go. There we go. That solid color all the way around. I had a fully voiced wife to the Barons of North Star House that works using the random user. Neat. Every ship build and everything ever needs Yuri, and Yuri is. I don't know. I think we'll be okay without it, guys. I think we can survive one build without Yuri. Alright. There we go. Alright, that's pretty good. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, just putting the cap on him makes him already look a lot better. Let's just yoink this. Actually, do I have a more up... I don't think I do have a more up-to-date version of this. I'll have to swap out that radar for something else, but... Actually, no, I'll keep the radar. Yeah, there's the... Always love Palps and I's naming schemes for sub-objects. There we go. Put you in there as well. Alrighty, look at that. We got our little guy. And what we do over here is I do want a second mast so we can have some cool little rigging in here. Let's put you up here. Let's have you go free out to the side. And then two further out. Alright, there we go. So height-wise, I'm happy with this. Actually, am I happy with that? Yeah, I'm happy with that because I can do the plunder style mass there. Alright, so anything else that needs doing structurally? Yeah, just the rest of the superstructure in here, I guess. You know what we're gonna do, actually? We're not gonna make this a walkway. Well, it's still gonna be a walkway, but we're gonna do it with a little lip here so that it's a little bit easier to build around it. Instead of being a catwalk, it's just gonna be a normal walkway, but... And then put you in here. And then have you trail off there. So that door can still open. And then you trail off over here. So it's a little bit asymmetrical there, but it makes sense that the door can swing open, right? Little guy, where's the large male? The large male is the freebooter. So how far off are you from your campaign run in terms of ships you need? I need to redo the freebooter. I just finished the privateer. I finished the Selkie, which are my 2 lower tier ones. I need probably 1 more small guy. I have the Sky Viper done, which is nice, which is my strategic center. I need the Barnacle done. And I need to do the Port Royale. But the Port Royale I keep restarting, so I might just swap out the freebooter to be my flagship. Or maybe I'll do the freebooter as a converted, actually I could do the Port Royale as a converted freebooter, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, I'll build the Port Royale part 15 at the same time I redo the freebooter again. Which will probably be next week, now that I think about it. I wanted a break from doing ship of the line battle, actually fighting ships, and I wanted to do another support ship like this. This guy technically isn't needed until I get to Onyx Watch. Episode 1 is going to be just Deepwater Guard, though, so we'll see how that goes, of course. Alright, Alright, pretty happy with this, I think. Actually just take you away here. This way we have a way out. A little walkway, right? Don't know where he's walking to, but that's fine. I don't have to worry about that right now. Yeah, so chains will leak down to center here. I just put some poles to represent the shell. I don't know, probably have a 4-meter shell here. Yeah, that works. And that will have chains going down to it. Alright, that works for me. So 1 equals Deepwater Guard Civil War. Pretty much, yeah. That is the plan. Now, I haven't really thought much of how I wanted to build up back here. So I think what I'll do is from here, take these guys. Let's get this symmetrical, I think. Alright, Alright, not quite what I wanted. But that does work. Oh. Issue is I need them over here. I need them to work over here. Let's put you guys here. No, that's not quite what I need. Okay. Ideally, I also don't want them down there, do I? Yeah, because I would need them like this, I guess. Alright, we'll do this. No, damn it. That's upsetting. Is ideal. Okay, let's just put it back to how we had it. We can work with this separately. Ideally, I want something coming from here. I realize that that's probably going to be a little bit too... what's it called? There we go. Probably put just a big window back here, honestly, that goes to the water wheel. And I think what we can do is actually cut these off here. There we go. No, have a few that are 2 meter. There we go, just so you can see the water wheel, I think. That'll have to work, I think. I really don't know how else I'm gonna finalize the superstructure back here. Monkey Man, how's it going? Please make Deepwater Guard pirate your cannon. No, I don't think it will. Why don't you just build Deepwater Guard? You can make it cannon yourself. Okay. Let's do this. No, 2 meters here. Oh, actually, yeah, this works well because I can't have all of this perfectly here. So 2 meters here as well. 2 meters here. And then up here, we leave room for the shell to swing back and forth. There we go. Alright, that works. That works quite well. No, and then you here. Flip up like this. Yeah. No, actually. Why are you being peculiar? Should be matched up all around, no? Okay, now you work. And then there's just this little... Yeah, there, that's fine. Okay. There we go, just throw you down over here for a second. No one's gonna notice that. Except me. I'll know, but that's fine. What I know doesn't hurt. And then here. There we go. And then we obviously don't need to do much else, because now it's attached to the howitzer itself. Be a great Deepwater Guard builder, because I love wood, whittle, and carve wood. Instead of tree faction builder. Hey, you can still do Deepwater Guard. Nothing's stopping you. Just because you build for my custom campaign doesn't mean you don't have to build for anything else. If it's what you enjoy building, then go for it, obviously, but don't let it stop you, right? At the end of the day, my custom campaign is just a stylistic change for myself, so that I have something else to do. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that autoloader. And that gives us the rest of the superstructure there. That's not bad. Let's save it. And then if I get this ad break, I'm actually going to do the ad break early so I can go use the washroom. So I'll be back in just a bit. We're probably going to continue a little bit past normal roast hours today so that we can work on the Blackguard and get it done. But we'll see how that goes, of course. Anyway, I will be right back. Alrighty, we are back. Thank you, Syrup, for the 17-month subscription. 6-month streak. Let's go. Huge. Absolutely massive. That's, what is that? Year and a half almost? That's crazy to me. How long have y'all been here for? Y'all are insane for that. Alrighty, let's see what we get. So, I'm actually very happy of how bulky this looks. I didn't expect it to look so bulky, but I'm very glad that we managed to get it to look proper. I'm not going to worry too much about interior walkability at the moment. I just want to make the outside look walkable. Which, classic me, I guess, but... There we go. And I think in here we just do this. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's our best bet. Actually, you know what? No, let's... this is gonna be dumb. Let's do it. There we go. Alright, let's get you in here as well. And then in here, just put you all down. There we go. We have the autoloader area, so I'm not too worried about that. We'll have some mannequins be able to walk it forward as well. Then we'll put the shell for it at the very back here, like a little opening for like a hatch for the shell. So shell gets pushed up from down here, up into here. Mannequins will walk it forward into the gun. And that's how it fires. And that's why it takes 20 seconds to fire. I'm not going to animate that probably, but... Bro, I'm only giving you so much labor session. Fair enough, fair enough. I'm just saying, build what you want. Don't feel like you have to build only one style. That's all I'm saying. Alright, so instead of a... Ooh, you know what? Over here, instead of just doing the... Over here we can do a 2 meter. And we can see if... Let's get Growlins. What I was thinking maybe is we would the word have like a little platform here so you can like the captain can watch them load the gun, right? I think that would be very fun. That's not right. That is indeed not right. Yeah, I want them to have like a little walkway here so the captain can walk over and just watch them load the gun, pretty much. Why is this off? What? Ah, there we go. That's why. Because we had the inside on this one. Have you come forward a little bit? Go. There we go. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense. Because you also need this. There we go. Captain walks over, can look at the gun being loaded, is happy with the progress. Yada yada yada. Alrighty. It's been a long time since I've included this many details in it. I don't know why I'm building this one so detailed compared to my usual. Hey Raven, how's it going? Hi. Welcome in. Build what you want. True. Which regulations mandate that there's a significant height difference somewhere at the crew expected to walk, but there must be a rail. Yes, we will be putting the rail in, don't worry. Oh, screw it. Some of them may die, but those are the sacrifice he is willing to make. True. Alright, is there anything we feel like we're missing in here? That's the main question I have right now, I guess. There we go. I give him like a big jaw. No. Nah, he doesn't deserve a big jawline. No, alright, that works. Somewhere for the captain to sit while drinking pina coladas. Not a bad idea. I think that will end up going over here, though. No. No, I think back here we'll just put a ladder. Let's do a... Grab some metal plates. Then you know what? Actually, we'll do another area where the captain can observe. There we go. Go. That's too close to the chain. That's far too close to the chain, in my opinion. There we go. Then down here will be the ladder, I think, down to wherever he needs to go. Put you in there. You in there. Might be too much metal, but that'll be okay. Where sheep? Sheep has not been made yet. Unfortunately, sheep was sacrificed to finish superstructure. I assure you this was a very mandatory and needed move. At the butt right up against the other balcony without connecting. Whatever balcony. Ah, over here, yeah, I see. Yeah, maybe. Maybe we split it down here. Maybe leave one block out? Maybe. Stinks to be. Okay, shit. Honestly, maybe we just trim it down to just be a platform for the ladder. No, no, the sheep are rioting. The livestock are taking over. Yeah, I think we just do it like this, actually. Then what we can do is remove you. And then maybe just have you come down here? Question mark. There we go. There we go. And then in here. No, it's way too thick for that amount of platform. We can just do like a trim pin. Cheap. How did we do the... I think we used truss blocks, didn't we? Let's do a pole down here. Or actually, you know what we'll do? Ah, see, that does cause issues, doesn't it? Okay, let's take out all these guys. So don't plan on having much else in here, so I think we can get away with this. I have an idea. There we go. And honestly, we're just gonna make this just big enough that we have the ladder. I think that's all we need. Just as a little way for the captain to get down. So, ladder. Let's put it on this side, actually. How do I want to do this? This is rather difficult. I'm not gonna lie. This one's rather difficult for me. What blocks? What blocks? I said ladders. Alright, put you down there. Issue is that puts it right here. Which is problematic. I think we'll use some truss blocks back here. And then just put a pole running down the center of it. I think that should work. What we'll do is we'll just, there we go. Move you back a little bit. Hey, there we go. Alright, that looks a little bit better now. He says it again. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with truss blocks. As long as you use them correctly. Okay. Take you out. Let's put you in. Let's get you over here. Set up like this, but the other way around so it matches correctly. And then we put you in. And similar to the other side. See, like, again, this side looks great. This side, not so much. Let's get our beam slopes here. Making this look good will be, like, the hardest part about this build. It's the hardest part about most builds, but that's besides the point. And then that goes in there, unfortunately. Then maybe we'll have a... Yeah, and then maybe we have another stairway out here that goes to the autoloader. And then that'll let you get across to the, Yeah, that'll... Okay. I see what we're doing here. So, number one important thing here. Let's take out these guys. And we'll put in 2 staircases that allows people to move between the 2 areas. And if they get hit by the shell, that's their own damn fault. Because they should know not to move in there when a shell is being loaded. This works. So what we'll do then is we'll actually have the shell back up here. Alrighty. I will say, I'm quite happy with how, like, look at this guy. He's a handsome lad now. Could be better still, mind you, but he's becoming a handsome lad. Then over here, we'll add another one of those little dinky little deep guard window styles, I think. But this time will only be 2. Go. Ah, damn. Okay. Can I get like a 2 to 3 transition in there? No. Alright, I think the 3 meter transition is our best bet. Kind of just closes up that corner nicely, honestly. And I think Squidward beats him. Is this like a power scaling measure? Like, how does Squidward beat him? Like, are we power scaling Squidward with a deep water guard craft now? Like, what's the plan here? Handsome Squidward. Okay. Okay. So, again, are we power scaling or are we just like looks maxing Squidward? Does Squidward beat the entirety of the Deepwater Guard Navy? That's the question for today. Chat, you can discuss this while I decide how I want to finish this build. Alright, so there we go. There we go. I think that, yeah, that needs to be like that, I think. To showcase that we do have it stop somewhere at least. And then let's put you in here. Let's put you over here. And you in the center. Just to show that the superstructure doesn't go that far, but it does interconnect with the gun. Looks Maxon, Chinmuggan, Orofarman, Buffington. I have no idea what any of those words mean, by the way. I believe you on that, Neko, honestly. Thank you for the hydrate, Morgana. I absolutely believe you on that, Neko. All right, let's actually take this out. No, let's put a metal block here, I guess. I lost brain cells reading that. Yeah, that's what Neko does. He does this. He is the brain cell loser. Like, that sounds mean. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. Came out wrong. The brain cell loser is really funny, but also does sound incredibly toxic. Oh my god. Actually, I think that's no, that could be a wood support. No, it's metal. Or does it just need to be solid, I guess, is the question. There we go. Yeah, have that little guy in there, I guess, and then from here we put here. We'd actually do this. No, we wouldn't do that. This. We do this. And then we can just clean it all up back here, I think. There we go. And that closes. Okay, so that's the right side. That's the left side closed off now. That looks all good. You in here. Now you, buddy. How are we going to change you around? I think we switch you to be like this. Actually, no. We don't even need a. We don't even need a because we have the two support beams, right? So we actually don't even really need this over here. I think we just do this now. Do that. Do that. Yeah, I think that's all we really need down here. Because we have the metal support beam, so we don't really need a rib, right? And I think same for over here, honestly. Those two support beams, we don't really need the McRib anymore. The McRib, out of business, chat. We've completely killed the McRib. I have my window open if you can hear those dogs in the background. I apologize, but I needed to get some fresh air in here. Because we're at the time of the year where the office starts to get warm when I stream for too long. So, there's simply how it goes. Alright. There we go. We got those walkways in now. That's not bad. Okay, so we've added the superstructure on, and we've completely ruined the rib pattern, but that kind of makes it more three-footer guard, in my opinion. I have to write those inscriptions in tombs. That curse anyone who reads them. How do you write them without reading? Quite easily. Close your eyes. Alright, take you. In there. Clean up this area as well, I guess. There we go. Alright, so you come in here, you pop around the corner here. You get up the stairs here. Probably... Let's have this actually be a... Oh, no, that's the doorway. Alright, so in that case, you probably come out over here, then. Yeah, that makes sense. We have a door here, but just in case... Get you here. That matches up door... And then, where do we go from here, honestly? Just take this out even more, now that I think about it. Maybe we have it where we, come up here. It's such a difficult build to get walkable. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, so from here, maybe you come up through here. So you have a choice. You can either come over here, or you walk over here. Okay, you here, you here. Yeah, maybe we just do this, honestly. And then that means you go here, you go here. And then instead of having a balcony here, we're just gonna have you come out like this. Yeah, that works. There we go. It's a little strange, but it works. And rip to anyone who tries to copy this, because oh my god, this is the worst fucking fin I've ever built. I'm not gonna lie to you. Right, get rid of you. No, because that gets rid of the trench we need, so that actually has to be there. Sorry, pal, I guess you're, yeah, we need that walkway more than we need, There we go. Alright, so we have access to the outside now. We've closed off the interior from that side. We've closed off the interior from this side. We've closed off the interior from this side. Okay, I understand what I'm doing. It's like joke warfare from World War II. We're so far. Alright. Now, what are these windows back here for? Remains to be a question, but I really don't want to answer, honestly, now that I think about it. Let's put you in here. No, because that needs to be open, doesn't it? Why do I design stuff like this? Alright, have you come down here. That's just gonna have to be a little staircase, I guess. And then back here, we put this down here. Somehow our... Oh, right, I deleted this, didn't I? I forgot to put it back. Oh, good thing we checked. This is why we check, people. Alright, do this. Clean up these. This is probably the most egregious example of, like, just, you know, carve into whatever you build. But it's also a great example of why Deepwater Garden styles are so unique every time. Because, again, my building is often very modular. So my main issue with the privateer, actually, is that it's too modular. Hey, Markson, how's it going? So... I think with this build, we can go back afterwards and decorate the privateer up a little bit to be a little bit less modular, and I'd be quite happy. Because I think we can all, I think it's safe to say that this definitely is not a modular build here. I think that's safe to say. Let's actually take this out, place you here, just so you get a little bit of an open in there. Put you there, and put... That's what we think about it. Alright. There we go. Little doorway in there. Shell... I think we actually should move the shell forward, honestly. Dude, I haven't even done the deco for the railing up here or the chains on the shell, but... I think we'll do 4 chains. Or, like, 2 chains that wrap around the shell to carry it with a little carrier. Again, kind of similar to the Sand Viper. One at the front of the shell, one at the back of the shell. We'll deco the shell later. Trying to see if I can get this done before roast today. I would like to, if possible. I was right, though. That will probably cost around 50k materials, which is still pretty good for a ship this size and of this firepower. They put always go function over form and leave decos to after all the systems are in. I'm also leaving decos to all the systems are in right now. Superstructure is part of the form in my eyes. Alright, let's put you in here. And then, I don't know, like... I guess we put like a little... something down here, I guess. Maybe just a little alcove. There we go. There we go. Alright. No idea what this alcove is going to be used for, mind you. But, I'm sure it'll be cool. Just have a little alcove down here, but maybe, no, it doesn't really go under unless I put truss. I don't want to do that much of an interior. So maybe we'll just have someone getting drunk under the stairs down here. We'll see how it goes. This can be. And honestly, we'll just make the stairs solid. So we have just this little alcove down here. There we go. And you finish up as well. There we go. So now we have this in here. There we go. All right, that works. What a absolute shitter of a craft. You get a slope up here, please. And you can come out here. And into this pole right here. There we go. Alright, that completes that side superstructure in terms of functionality and structurally. We have a fully walkable superstructure. I hate it. I volunteered to go live. Yes, you should. No, he can stay here. What were you volunteering for anyway? Harry Plotter of a navigator. Yeah, that just sounds like your navigator has a air issue. Harry Plotter. It's even better he has a scheming issue. Maybe it's like Neko where he's like a scheming eunuch. Calling people scheming eunuchs is always my favorite, but I don't know why it's so funny. Let's take you out. This track right here always reminds me of Sons of Six. I know it's from Witcher, but... Alright, let's put our windows in. Let me take our windows out. Put our windows in. We're actually not going to shake them all about for once. Alright. You know what? Actually, over here, let's just put some truss block here. No. Let's just get rid of you. Let's just keep it as a paddle shield, and then those windows can just be used to look out, like, the corners over here. Because who knows, maybe that right-hand side will have, like, more substantial room over there, right? I don't know. I haven't built this before. Yeah, that works. Oh, we could really... Okay. Okay, bud. There we go. Now, this room over here. Get rid of you. You know what? I think you, buddy, are gonna come out to here. It's definitely one of my most cramped builds. Something canal infrastructure. Cross! Harry Potter. Nico, that reminds me, have you learned about canal infrastructure yet? This is important for when we do our Victoria Free collab. Which I just decided on, and chat's now going to be like, oh, Victoria Free collab, so you're going to feel obligated to do it. This is how we use social pressure in chat. I get you out of here. Actually, why do we have you here? Yeah, and then this is the skylight room, so... Gonna have a little bit more of a variety in here. So what we do then is... Put you in here. Put you here. Nope, move you in one. Problematic, for sure. And not even a welcome problem. The issue here, of course, being that like nothing's gonna look good here. Let's take you down. Put you here. Let's fix you up, I guess. I have to change that up. I'm not as happy with this, but it'll look better over here in the long run, which helps us out at least. And now we come over here. Have you come in there. You over here against the back of the breach here. Yep, that works. And then just put you like this. Alright, you open up, we come in here, we get a full in room over here. Now over here, we put in these. Yeah, that ends over there. Very nice. And you get over here. Alright. So we have a full little interior room in here. Then up here, because of the skylight, we put this in. Put you in here. We match the skylight there. There we go. And I think that's all we really need to do. Then we just need to fix over here as well. Which I think just involves this. This. Yep, that looks about right. There we go. Alright. Okay, and then that's gonna be the smokestack room. God damn. That went a little bit better than expected. Not gonna lie. It could have gone so much worse. You get a very nice, you know, spacious, breathable room in here. And we get a... no, I don't like that. Alright, we get a nice, breathable room. And we get our smokestack so it's not Bluetoothed. And everything works. Yes, I told you. You forgot? That sounds like me. What is this, new Marauder? No, this is the Blackguard. This is a Paphos-style Doom Cram for myself. It's based off the Poltron from the workshop that Fermian made. I want to give full credit for the inspiration. I'm just updating it to 2026. It was originally made in 2018 or 2020, I want to say. Neko, be gentle to the older man. Experience not the youngest thing. Okay, first off, I'm younger than Neko. I would like this to be known, Chad. Truss? Yeah, I do use truss occasionally. Hey, watch this. Hey, look, it's a Monkey Man build, guys. It's a Glau build. Alright, go. Let's actually remove the corners here. I don't know why I did it like that. That was silly of me. Let's just... There we go. That's how I wanted it to look. Okay. But a joke works. Trust me, huh? I heard Monkey Man. Oh, I said, look, it's a Monkey Man build, and I did this. Alright, trustily down the truss. Oh my god, truss. Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy. Alright, so we have the superstructure in now. I think that's a good place to save, at least. The nice thing about this, too, is that the interior section is all armored, at least, so even if we don't armor up here properly, it still works. Oh, we have you still, don't we? Fuck. Ah, Sponge Boy me Bob. Yeah, no, you don't need a door out here. You need a door out here? You might need a door out here. Oh, actually... No, I think we can get away with this. There we go. There we go. Alright, come on. Get her going here. Get her working. How will we get this to work? Tune in next time when I figure out what the hell I'm doing for once. Have you connect in here? And honestly, fuck it. No, it doesn't work. Gotta do similar to what we did back here. Yeah. Alright. That works. What we'll do then is we will do a square corner. Fuck. Okay, that works better. Okay, that works. So now in here, that means we don't get that to work, curiously enough. Does that work out? Maybe. Very claustrophobic in here, I won't lie. That probably doesn't work functionally in game-wise, but it works for the sake of, I'm not going to be walking down there in-game anyway, so fuck it, I don't care. It works in sense of, fuck it, we ball. There we go. And so now, I just realized that this little window area doesn't have enough room anyway. So we're going to put some windows in here that actually just will angle in instead of angle in straight, like the other ones do. There we go. That is now the superstructure completed, I think. Any of our holes in it somewhere? They're from back here, obviously. There we go. Let's get you built up. We want the windows. It was just the middle one, yeah? That's how we do this normally? Yeah. And because this area is not exposed to the outside, we don't have to worry about that. Alrighty. That's not bad. I'm pretty happy with that. It's very chunky, but in a very Deepwater Garden type of way. So I think this one might actually be too tall up here. Let's tone it down there, eh, bud? You know what I'm saying. Let's put you here. Keep you at 3 wide, I guess, but move you down 1. No, I'll put you at 2 wide. Go. Get you out of here, and then back here we'll put you at 1 wide. Because I do want them to have a little bit of an offset from each other. Because that just makes rigging harder for myself, which I'm sure I'll be happy with later on. Alright, there we go. Oh, my commander loves the truss. Okay. Let's paint over here now. I think I want this to be secondary. And then some main around in here. There we go. Let's get you painted up as well with main. Then you back here as well. Oh, this is gonna be a bastard to paint, but you know what? That's okay. That's fine. Detail there. Let's do a detail stripe going all the way up. I'm feeling fancy today. Why not? Then this will be secondary, of course. This will be secondary, of course. Now that we know how far out we wanted the angle to be, we can put these back to how they were before. So that we can get that little bit of a curve like the Corsair has. Means actually that this needs to go back to being normal. It's only supposed to be, realize the issue here. realize why we did it separately before. It's paint. There we go. Anything else I need to worry about, really? That balcony's fine, that balcony's fine. We've pretty much just upgraded the Corsair superstructure. I should say modernized it. Might not be an upgrade necessarily, admittedly, but... There we go. Does need to be darker. The wood around here needs to definitely be darker. So let's do secondary, secondary, secondary. We'll do a splash of detail in here for good luck, and then secondary, secondary. Actually, I think we'll do main for the sails. And then another for the detail up here, I think. Okay, let's get... We're not gonna have our actual exhaust come out here, unfortunately, because we're using steam, so... We will make our own. Picked up this idea from Wrench, who gave me the idea for the cell key the other day. That in there. Decorations, where's my smoke generator? There we go. And then fuel engines, radiator. Does anyone remember what the pitch for the slope was? Or this? Nope. I think it was like 66 point something. I always forget what it is when it's coming back from 90. How's the boat going? It's going pretty good. I cannot complain. I'm having a good time with it. I just need to remember what the pitch was for 2-meter slopes again. They always manage to forget somehow. Yeah. I think on this one it might not matter, which is nice. Yeah, we can just do a little more here. There we go. Hey, presto. So now we have our little smokestack there. Which looks pretty damn good, if I have to say. Didn't do as well as normal, but at least it's 94. Hey, 94 is still solid, dude. That is very good. Be proud of yourself. We got most of the superstructure in on the boat. Let's get you guys in now as well. This one's 45, obviously. If a little bit of up-down scaling. A little bit of up-down scaling because it's a window block. I just have to remember that. Hey, there we go. Alright, copy all. Paste. There we go. We got our skylight in. Huge. Yeah, I like the idea of having skylights in future builds on these. I'm pretty happy with that. Then, do I like this here? I feel like this needs a little splash of detail, honestly. There's a lot of detail to them. I'm not sure why, but... No, actually, I don't think it needs a splash of detail. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, shit. If I copy this one instead of just placing it. There we go. Thank you. Go. Yeah, I forgot Control Z doesn't work on paint. Let's put the detail down here. No, I don't like the detail anywhere, actually, which makes sense for me. So you'll approve skylights, but not speed holes. Yeah, well, skylights are different because they're intentional. Just discriminating holes based on geography. This is true. This is actually true. We proudly do it here. All right. Let's change out these. I think I want to add a curve to the water wheel guard. And then, obviously, someone else can do this one with And by someone else, I mean Corey. Because I don't want to do that one. The metal wedge is on the side here, though. He's going to have one hell of a time using the triangle decker for this. He's going to hate me for this one. Cover your shipping glass to maximize work enjoyments. I like windows, that's all. Windows make me happy. Problem. Windows no longer make me happy. Let's get away with doing this. No. Maybe. Aw. Strange. Peculiar. There we go. That's gonna have to work for now, and then come in here. You come in here. There we go. That water wheel looks a little bit better. Then obviously we'll just have to wrap around that, and that will look all fine and dandy. There we go. Alright, that's the water wheel bulked out. I just think it needs that little, like, side oomph to bulk it out a little bit, you know what I mean? I like Windows. Fuck you, Microsoft T. Triangle to triangle mesh. Yeah, but I'm gonna let Corey do it. I don't feel like doing that. That one will be a Corey issue. Alright, I'm pretty happy with the blackguard. Alright, I just want to fire it again because I enjoy firing it. And we'll fire at Corey's Bardiche so that he knows, he knows it wins. No. Oh, overpen. Really, I overpenned the Bardiche. Curious. I see. Teams truly is a creation of the devil. So true. I see we only speak truth here today in chat. Can we cut out the mast? I'm curious. Alright. We can. Huge. Alright, so it seems like top attack in the Bardiche is our best bet with Cram right now. This is from the front. Obviously, the Bardiche is a broadsider, so we'd have a lot more success once it starts broadsiding us, but that's fine. Hey, Spit, I see how's it going. And off to the races he goes. I feel like I have a lot of hardener pellets in there, but I feel like no matter how hard my Cram is, it doesn't penetrate. Which, you know, I'm sure most of the guys in chat can relate, am I right? But, there we go. Now it's hidden. Is the massive HE refrigerator making you happy? I will say it is making me happy. Especially, look, we did the superstructure today. I need to do the shell still, but we have a little balcony. We have a ladder down. We did some weird little fins. We added a skylight, which was fun. A little skylight now. Basically just doing a bunch of superstructure today. That's all we've really done. But I got my auto rotor in, which I'm happy. I'm gambling right now, what? Huh? Alright, let's kill the Bardiche once more. Go check out smokestack. Yeah, so if I hit it on the side, it capsizes, but if I hit it straight down the middle, it doesn't. So I think Corey has this. I think Corey has been the reason why all my ships capsize when he plays with them. Because I'm just saying, this ship that I currently have, I don't think capsizes yet. We haven't tried it out. Sweet, that fits the build nicely. Yeah, I thought so. I'm quite happy with it. I'm indeed quite happy with it. Give it a shot. Corey did nothing wrong. He built all my ships to capsize. It's like, yeah, he was like, you know, he was forced into building for them, so he put in intentional flaws. Corey's got that down under tech going. Has he? Oh, okay, for capsizing, yeah. Doing some testing of your craft? Yeah, I'm just seeing how hard it punches up. Weapons-wise, it punches up pretty well. I don't know about defenses-wise. I doubt defenses-wise it's going to punch up that well. But in terms of salvo size, like imagine two, because for one Bardiche, I can get probably 4 of these, right? So that's 4 cram shots going off at once. I think we got that fight. Once I get the engine in on him, I'll be able to test it out properly, but it's just making them border-wise approved. I don't think Corey's ever built a canoe. I have to look into it. Alright, let's just finish it off with the AI shot there. What did you bounce off of? Hello? Did you bounce off this? Alright, I should again. I want to watch this time. I want to see where it bounces off of. Various designs that they work in New Zealand. Ah, I see, I see. Yeah, by the time we hit the smaller side, where's the AI? I just run the AI box. That's the engine room, so that means the AI box is probably this little guy here. No? Never tell with Onyx Watch ships. Onyx Watch ships are the ones that I really just do not know as well. Oh, there we go. Alright. Bardiche took enough side damage. Yeah, pretty much by the time you take out one of its turrets, it just starts to capsize because of the weight distribution. There he goes. Roto tank deflection sound effect. Honestly, is what it feels like some days. I've never even played Roto tanks. There we go. Hit something important. It'd be really funny if you copied the gun breach decos from the Sand Viper and scaled it by ×2. I think that's what I'm planning to do, honestly. And then I just want to refine it a little bit. Hey! There we go. Set him on fire. Alright, that's another Bardiche down. Jacket 7 on suit, good. Jack 7 on suit. Jack 7 suited isn't bad, but what are you gonna do with that, right? You might get a straight flush. Probably won't, though. Let's be honest here. And if someone else has a higher straight flush, it's very likely someone else will have a higher straight flush. Because you got, what, 7, 8, 9, 10 Jack? 7, 8, 9, 10 Jack. Yeah, that's your straight right there. I've been playing a lot of Bellatra lately, so I actually know my poker stuff. And then, yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's definitely, I don't know. You could probably bluff it. I wouldn't necessarily play it, but you could probably bluff it. Flopped, Air of 7s. Oh, that's not bad. And 1 off flush. Hey, not bad. But yeah, if you got a pair of 7s, that's actually, depending on the ever cards, yeah, I don't know. Pair of 7s feels bad. Again, I think you can bluff it. Make him think he got triple 7s. That's how you get them. The worst part about the Bardiche when it capsizes like this is that it's actually hard to hit because Cram bounces off the water. It doesn't get super cavitation. There we go. That's the explosion I was looking for. Alright. Still not dead yet, though. This is why I don't build Cram. No, that's fair. I think Cram is really good for against heavy targets. Crams are really good siege mortars, right? Oh. Yeah, Crams are really good siege mortars, which is why I use them. So this one will probably be used, now that I'm thinking about it, this one will probably be used to hunt down the Davy Jones outpost. When we get there, just stay at a distance and just fire Crams off at it, right? Because it's a fortress, it doesn't move much. Gotta ask Corey to design a belly gun for when it rolls over. Yeah, the Bardiche just wants belly rub, guys, it's fine. Just wants belly rubs. Alright, let's get the chain system in. Oh, that's right in front of the walkway, isn't it? That's gonna be annoying to hook up, isn't it? Because I'm thinking chain back here with a little, like, end piece, and then chain up front here. You know what? Fuck it, we ball. We'll connect. We'll find a way to connect it somewhere else with decos. It's fine. I'll just like put a chain down here. There we go. That's connected now. That's how chains work, right? All right. That'll be fine. Then we can just connect it up later. I don't want to do it right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm tired. I don't want to. All right. He's about the same size. He's a little bit bigger than a Selkie. So get rid of Corsair. How big does he look compared to the Selkie? I love these tiny builds though, where I can just really go full ham on the details. He's the same. He's gonna end up the same cost as the Selkie though. So whether I need like long-range missiles or long-range cram, this will still work. Look at them. They look so cute together. I love them. Hey, Andy, how's it going? This is from the depths? Yeah, this is from the depths. I've been doing a lot of pirate builds lately. I just started this one the other day. But I'm pretty happy with how it's coming along. Big howitzer. This is our little fishing boat from previous days where don't worry about how many times it's been redesigned. Don't worry about it. Yeah, that's the thing I wanted to do over here. So. Why did... Oh, your deco didn't save, did you? Shit. That's annoying. Can I just... Damn it, it really didn't save. Alright, we gotta redo this again. Yeah, except for like Control Z does that. Doing cheese fondue tomorrow. Ooh, nice. Never met this woman before in my life. I cannot believe Neko is associated with ever Quebecois. I see how it is, Neko. Oh, did we put you at like 225, I think? And then we push you down to like 66. Go. Move you down over here. Let you trim is what I came over to do. And that is what we call good enough. It cannot be asked. All right. There we go. We got our smokestack. Let's paint that metal trim as well so it blends in. There we go. Very nice. Smokestacks are always dark because of the soot covering them. That's how I do this at least. Cheese fondue is good, but it needs to be with real cheese. Don't do this at the at-home kits. Bad. Yeah. No, you gotta get actually like Gruyere. I think I used Gruyere last time I had cheese fondue. It's been a while since I've done cheese fondue. But I've never been a fan of Gruyere. Me, man, why is the Corsair so like dark compared to other Deep Underground designs? Also me, painting this very dark. There we go. I gotta admit, I'm pretty happy with this little guy so far. We'll paint up more as time goes on, but like back here, for example, should be a purple. There we go. All right, and then in here, I think we'll do purple on the outside, secondary in here. And that should be all good. Hey, V, welcome in. How's it going? What did you guys get up to today? Let's get the secondary painted in here. Go. What did y'all get up to today? And then you know what? We're going to do some detail for once. Hey, there we go. And then outside can be... Oh, that's the metal. Right. Fix that, don't I hate having to fix this all the time. Sorry, I'm just quickly finishing up a design here, and then I will yap with you raiders. There we go. That's correct, yep. There we go. Alright, what do you guys get up to today, raiders? Pull off a second jack and flush it up huge. Nancy and Mystria? Hell yeah, that's fun. Bunny raid, let's go. Oh, you have your own little raid message now. There we go. Enunciation. Torpid Turtle, welcome in. How's it going? Back a suited hand. Yeah, that sucks. Wait, no, not Emmental, Beaufort, and Comte? You need Gruyere and Emmental? Yeah, I was gonna say, I haven't heard of Emmental. Beaufort and Comte would be fine. I really, because I'm used to Gruyere, because that's what I grew up having with cheese fondue. Want Blitzbun rain, but no one caught on, haha, next time. Blitzbun raid, hey, no worries, it happens, right? Yeah, welcome in everyone. For those of you that don't know, I'm a good friend of V's, from high school even. We're old friends. Emphasis on the old, because, you know, V is older than me, and I do remind her every chance I get. Aside from that, I'm also an archaeologist Vtuber, real-life archaeologist, and I work on this little game called From the Depths in my free time. Now, I'm building designs for myself today, but they are fan builds of the faction I regularly build for. Good friend. Oh, okay, V. Okay, no, it's fine. No, I didn't realize we weren't good friends. I see how it is. Dip hot dogs in the fondue. Yeah, you could do that. You could also dip your finger in the fondue. Doesn't mean you should. Calling me old SMH. Yeah, you can dip hot dogs. You can dip hot dogs into fondue. Yeah, and if my grandma has had wheels, she'd be a bicycle. Like, why would you dip hot dogs into fondue? What would happen if we gave Butterguard turboprop engines for shits and giggles? Find out. Build it. Find out. Dip me in the cheese like I'm bobbing for apples. You know what, Neko? You might be onto something. Maybe that's what. Maybe next time I go back out east, we'll go to one of those like fairs that every single small town has out there. Sent a no article about why you should never eat a croissant in Paris. I don't think I need that. I think I'm good. All right, let's get the oblique panels in here. There we go. All right, now if I just need to test this out. Sorry, 1 second, guys. Right, control, rest and rates. That does in fact work. Okay, very good. Very nice. All right, so spin wheel works, or paddle wheel works great. Okay, superstructure works minimalistically, but you know it's I don't want to do it. Let's be honest, I just don't want to do it. I'm lazy. Fuck it, don't want to redo it. Screw it. Don't care, didn't ask. Just fix it over here now. See you up. There we go. Alrighty. I can paint the rest of this later. I don't want to do more right now. Alright, there's the blackguard. I'm pretty happy with that. He's a handsome looking lad. Once we get that shell in him, he'll look even better. Before 2005 equals old. What? Get out of here with that. 2005? That means you don't even remember 9/11. Sorry, if you don't remember 9/11, you're a child. Oh, gee, Rory, is that a mid-op? Thank you, sir. Toddler opinion? True, sir. Get them. You're a baby. That Roar's also old? Yeah, no, my chat calls me Unkston for a reason, B. I'll be 21 in 1 month? Yeah, but you don't remember 9/11, do you? So, child. What the hell did I tune into visually? Which part? Because visually, we're just working on the Blackguard, which is a mix of a Corsair and a Poltroon, which is a design I got off the workshop from 2018, and I was like, you know what? I want to rebuild it because I really like the layout. I actually really like Ferumian's, like all of Ferumian's stuff. I think Ferumian's an incredible builder. I'm sad that they don't build anymore, but that is just the passage of time in this game. Good builders leave all the time. And then there's some buildings like Servo, which you just can't get rid of. Let's see how it looks here. Just put you, match you up there. I can get you to 1.5. There we go. Alright, that works. Have our little balcony there. Probably put railings up top. I don't want to do that right now. Calling anything under like 40 old makes me depressed. Well, I wouldn't even say 40 is old. Like, joking aside, I don't think you're really old until like you hit 60. Especially with like just how young a lot of people still look up until their 50s nowadays. Like, I met someone the other day. Well, I say I met someone the other day. It was a little while ago. But like, I remember meeting someone who was like in their mid 50s, and I genuinely thought they were only 30. Like, it's insane. You need baguette. That was bought the day before, so it's a bit harder and drier. True. Wait, what? You're old enough to remember 9/11? Yeah, I was 1 when it happened. Unkston moment. Aren't you like 30? I'm 26. Before 2005 being old is crazy. That's what I'm saying, Turtle. Yeah, get them, Turtle. Get them. Raiders, attack my chat, Raiders. For all seriousness, though, if you have to raid and run, V, I completely understand. I know it's late for you. And of course, V needs her beauty sleep because if she goes to bed after 10 p.m., she just doesn't sleep well because she's old. I'm not old enough to remember 9/11 either. Yeah, I'm Owen with garlic bread as the buns. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's because good builders learn this game at the highest levels. It's just Blender. This is true. Are you calling me pretty? Yes. I feel like this is I feel like I've spoken too much, but you know what? We'll say yes to this one. Paint that barrel. Thank you. I did have to do that. I was actually meaning to do it. Alright, so this needs to be all trim. There we go. And then this needs to be normal, and then this needs to be secondary. There we go. Okay. And then we'll do the white stripes on the barrel later, because I wanted to have some chains going on for the lower portion of the barrel. Hesitation. Making some food so I'll be around for a bit. Oh, hell yeah. Dodged a bullet there, Roar. So, Roxy, you want to hear about my favorite rock? Of course. Watch out for the second bullet. There's the second bullet. A second bullet has hit the Royston. My favorite rock is bauxite. Very good, Andy. Andy, that's a based take because that's the. If you do some electrolytes on that, you get aluminum. I can appreciate that. It's got aluminum. Yep. It's also a very nice red color in Dwarf Fortress. I don't know if you play Dwarf Fortress, Andy. I know you play Vintage Story with Neko, and I know you play. There's another one y'all were playing recently, but I forget. Also, Andy, when next time you're playing Vintage Story with Neko, please burn his turnips. It's just it's a French tradition to burn Neko's turnips. Rocksite, true. Pynite goes hard. Not a bad choice. Like Cinnabar and Dwarf Fortress to make all my furniture out of. You're a monster. Oh my god. Isn't Cinnabar like the densest rock that you can get furniture out of? Favorite rock is limestone. It's pretty base. Yeah, limestone's pretty nice. My favorite is chert. It's just because it makes such good tools. I love uranite. Oh, not even rutile? Damn, rutile is purple at least. Unrelated, but my god, my dwarves all worship a god of death and misery. I like party crystals. All right, V, we don't need to. oh, that's careful there. That was almost a copyright song. We're gonna go back over to our French song. All right, chat, you caught me in a very French time of my life. We're gonna jam. Oh, is this? Oh, this isn't Via to me. Un Via to me. I fucking love this song. Yeah, this is pretty. Pretty, not party. Well, yeah, I was gonna say party rocks. That's something else. V. Not burnt his turnips yet. Huge. All right, I believe in you. No, Marks. Apparently, I'm a god of dad and whimsy. Yeah, I can understand that. You're like a whimsical father. That reminds me. What time do you want the kids this weekend, Neko? Like, are you streaming today? Cause I'll hold off and raid into you. I haven't raided into you in a while, actually. So. Yeah, because it is your weekend with the kids. We should hide some lasagna in his turnip fields. What is Neko Gardenfield now? Oh no, Andy is an orange cat. I remember this. Sorry, I'm like jamming to the chorus of the song right now, but it's a hard make maybe because I was gonna stream Bar today. I also want to have fun today. What if, and hear me out here, what if I raid out, we play some Vicky free after multiplayer? Because I need a break from Warno. We can grab Spidicy as well, because he also needs a break from Warno. Because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, Spidicy lost every game he played yesterday. So I said I wanted to have fun. Oh, so you don't like premium fish? Okay, I see how it is. But also, actually, you know, all right, we're gonna make a collab during it's fine to make a collab plan during my own stream. Hear me out. Spidicy, you, me, Victoria Free stream. Your fucking luck is a curse. I wake up, Roar's playing Wardo. I go to bed, Roar's playing Wardo. Shut up! Leave me alone! Ah, Akira! Wardo is just so good. It's the perfect blend of RTS competitiveness. It's like League. It's literally like it's as bad an addiction as League is for some people. Because you have lanes, you know, it's you control little minions, you have lanes. It's just League, but for history nerds. And I know Spidicy's gonna get upset about that, but yes, I am very orange. Hell yeah. Can I silently take a lawnmower? For Vicky free multiplayer, that's up to Neko. Look, I'm already imposing upon Neko. I'm not gonna impose anyone else on Neko. Andy's luck is bullshit too. It's the luck of the French. What can I say? I randomly stumbled on a beehive and did the story. Hell yeah. How about some Arc Raider? Oh god. Is Arc Raiders fun? I actually haven't tried it out yet. I saw Spadicy playing it, but he gave it up pretty quickly. So. Alright, is there anything else I have to do on this build? You know what? We're gonna save it here. I think we'll move over to lists. I'm very happy with the progress we got done today. You directly benefited from my luck. Why are you mad? Yeah, see, my luck always tends to destroy Neko's luck. Got a group of about 15. We'll play some VR chat. Nice. Alright, Sped plays more PvP than I do. In Arc Raiders? I don't know if he does. Sped is very friendly in Arc Raiders, despite the fact that I have him, like, I'm on his shoulder telling him to kill people. I am very PvP oriented if I were to play Arc Raiders. I am killing everyone I find. I do not care. Alright. Let's see what we get for... Alright, chat, you discuss amongst yourselves what we're going to talk about during roasts as I close the roast submissions. Okay. Alright, what do we got today? We have ORWG, Solstice, PG Pope, Artemis Class Hovercruiser, Harpy, Garneo, T80, Hull Splitter. Oh, that's a nice name. The Vitalitas, Skaven Boat. Oh god. Gladiator. Oh, it's, wow. Rolls my eye. You can't see it, but I rolled my eyes. Oh, Vicious build. Let's go. I love Vicious builds and everyone. Wait. Did you already submit one? Yeah, nice try, Necro. You don't get to submit to me. Nice try. Alright. What else is going on today? Ooh, new pirate game by Hooded Orange. Sorry, I don't check my Discord mode during most of the stream, so I just respond to all my notifications at once. Alrighty. Falkenheim going to be updated because it looked kind of flat compared to the new designs. Falkenheim is scheduled to be updated. Who's updating it? Me. When am I going to do that? Not anytime fucking soon. I got other projects. So I should actually probably do it. Arc Raiders is a very fun, novel experience. I put down Arc for now because I feel really bad killing people. So then you play Warno, you don't feel uneven. Well, see, Warno, you don't have to look them in the eyes as they die, right? Warno is very abstracted. But it was literally like, hey, they're right there. We can shoot them. Like, oh, what? Suspend's violent when I'm not watching? I see how it is. You know what? Honestly, yeah, you know what, Cassie? Instead of imposing on Neko, I think I'll just probably host a Vicky free game in the Discord after stream. I don't have too much I have to do tonight, so I'll host a Vicky free stream or Vicky free game, and that way we don't have to ask Neko. That way Neko can still do what he wants to do. Wait, should I might have submitted to ignore the Solstice? I already downloaded the Solstice though. All right, I will delete the Solstice. And I will take the Everwinter. Alright, there we go. Alright, that's everyone, I do believe. If you're new and you have this game and you haven't found out who I am yet, but want to join in, !Discord in the side chat there, we'll be able to get you what you need. There's a channel where you can submit designs if you want feedback, if you enjoy building blocks like the rest of us do. Alright. I need to move these into my roast folder. Is my roast folder's empty? It is not. There we go. Alright, that was close. I almost revealed a new build, which y'all aren't allowed to see yet. Alright, Artemis class Hovercruiser. Kioski, you never are gonna guess what I'm gonna say. I do like the emblem here, very cool. Still flat. Also, your panels are way too small. You really gotta elongate these panels if you want them to have a sense of breaking up the flat shape of this game. Same thing I said last week, pretty much. The new little like decos, are those GDI symbols? That looks like GDI from Command & Conquer, but regardless, yeah, it's still too flat. Underside, same issue. It's just flat. There's nothing down here that's really, you know, just pancake. So I would like to see a little bit more there still. And also, before you resubmit this, I would definitely say change it up a lot before you resubmit. because I feel like I'm saying the same thing about it every time. Also, I will say to any new people that I'm not normally this harsh, it's just I have seen this design 3 times now. With very minimal changes. Alright, let's see this guy. Okay. Azusa, this isn't bad. It's instantly recognizable as your style, but it's a lot more shaped than usual. But again, you have the same issue. You're very flat at the nose here. Also, it's very bright. There we go. Yeah, so same issue is that you have a very basic shape here. I would recommend making it less wedge and maybe round it off a little bit if you're going for rounded. It seems like that's what you're doing. Or if you want to go for more square, then stagger it out. Do something here to just break up this completely flat edge here, right? Hey, Andy, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. Those are more like Aztec and Venpano. Yeah. I can always suggest you play something you want, because being forced to play a game you don't like is not fun to watch. This is true, Neko. The afternoon nap staring at me like a green goblin mask? Yeah, Neko, take your nap then. It's okay. I can throw the kids at someone else. Like, I can throw them at daycare. Which channel is daycare? I haven't decided yet. But, hello, nice to see you. Hey, nice. Good pun. All right, aside from that, you're, so again, this is a common issue you run into, Azusa. You do a lot of details on stuff like this turret here, and then the rest of the craft has nothing, and it looks completely bare in comparison. So, this is a big issue a lot of Baron of the North has too. So, I would definitely recommend changing that if you can. And again, I don't know what these are for. I know they're obviously asapods, but they look very insecurely attached. Like, they have massive insecurities about how attached they are to the main craft. Aside from that, not much else. Maybe shape the nose a little bit better too. You could probably put a 3 meter like this, and then slope it all back, right? So imagine instead of doing it like this, you did it like... I'd probably have to do it from in here, but imagine like you sloped it, right? And then have that little lip here, which really would help. You probably can just do a 2 meter slope. I don't know, you'd figure it out, I'm sure. But something like that, and then that way it gives you a little lip around the rubber here, so the rubber looks like it's covering it instead of just being flush with it. Because having stuff flush like this is what it makes it look so boxy. Maybe Russ and I should do a collab someday? Hey, my DMs are open on Discord. If you join the Discord, Andy, and just send me a quick message, I do not mind. Or if you send a message via Neko's chat, that works too. Alright, the Cherapashkanok. I'm not Russian. Oh my god, I'm stealing this this immediately gives me a deep underground design, thank you. Alright, so obviously Russian Navy, I have to say, just red star with the white background, if I know my naval ensigns. Absolutely adore this style. Like the chibi pre-dread and like having a little crammed, oh, that's so cute, I love him. Bro is the definition of top heavy, I don't care, I love him. I need to make a deep water guard version of this. Like, very small gun at the front and back, and then big monitor style gun at the center, make him a broadsider. Might need an invite to your Discord? Watch this. There we go. Creature, but not actually his boat. Yeah, no, I really like this little guy. This screen. That was suspicious. And then I know Scrimp also submitted one later, and those two do very similar style builds, but very different directions, which I love. So you can see here how the detail breaks up, presumably what is probably a very flat aerodynamic shape, right? Yeah. Oh no, it's actually no. The hull shape is correct. So this is what I mean, Azusa, when I'm saying, like, you know, round out. If you want to round out your stuff, do it gradually. If you do it too harshly, it just tends to look square. Especially if you do like 2, 2, 2, 2. So if you were to do 3, 2, 1, which for the record is still 6, it looks a lot more rounded than 2, 2, 2. This looks very nice. Yeah, I love the layout on this. It kind of reminds me of the Jacob's Folly almost, but like horizontal instead of vertical. Either way, absolutely great job, fishes. Studio Ghibli style warship. Yeah, I love the Studio Ghibli style warships. Especially from Howl's Moving Castle. They're so cool. Where are you? Oh, you're... Get out of here, you. No, very cool, Vicious. I love that design. We'll absolutely be yoinking that for a deep water guard build. All right, Everwinter. Okay, let's take a look at this. So my first and immediate thing that I notice is it's massive. And why? So first off, I would expand the turret bar bet a little bit further back here if you're going to have it this far back. The overhang is a little bit much, and it makes it feel very weak. So you want to, for a tank, you want it to have feel armored, right? So unless this is an IFV, I'm assuming this is a tank because of the casemates. So I would definitely extend this back so that the base is a little bit wider than the turret, or maybe just put an engine deck back here. So it does seem like the engine deck is actually forward here, if I had to guess. It does appear that way, so. Aside from that, my main issue with this build is proportionality. So you have a very small turret on a very large body. You have very small casemates on a very large body. And not to say you have very small details like the stowage on a very large body. What, boy? Yeah, and same with very small missiles on a very large body, right? That design screamed, I'm so full of ammunition. Yum. Yummers. Jacob's Trio split metal, true. That turret is relatively tiny, yeah. So I think this would be a great time to rebuild this Necro in a way where you can really work with the proportionality to make it work. You started it off over here by having the walkway for the machine guns. So that provides your sense of scale, right? Also, what are these sticks here for? Is this for like getting out of the mud? Because these logs are way too small for something this size. Is it Ashes compliant? God, no. So that's the biggest thing, is you can't really, if you're going to establish scale like this, you have to make everything else work with that scale. It's a good idea to establish scale, but like these sticks, for example, they're not going to do anything. I like the deco for them, the chain into the metal tube for them, but it's not going to work. And then same with the stowage. Like, how is anyone going to access the stowage, right? So either keep the scale where this is your human scale, and then, you know, you work your way up from there with the details, or you have to scale down the rest of the craft. It's meant to feel chunky and oversized, sure. But it can feel chunky and oversized without looking non-proportional, right? Because, like, I think this could be redone quite a bit better. And I know you're a good enough builder because I've seen some of your builds. So you're at the point of roast now where I actually am going to be saying, hey, I expect better. Yeah, so if you want it to feel chunky and oversized, increase the turret size and increase more of the details on the side. Like the casemate size could be a lot bigger too. If you want it to be more proportional, decrease the hull size, right? But right now, it doesn't feel chunky and oversized. It just feels misproportioned and square. I think that's where you're lacking. I do like the idea of the rear turret though. That's pretty good. But just remember to bulk out the back if you're gonna have a rear turret, and it's a great place to add shape into. So from these stowages up, you could have it be one set piece, and that would really add some shape instead of just having a flat wedge back. What if you built the Yamato? Oh, so many people have built the Yamato, Andy. Oh, sinks like a brick too. Nice. But so many people have built the Yamato. People have built space battleship Yamato. I tend to focus on my own builds because there are a lot of realism and real replica builders. I personally find that I see no reason to build a replica of anything because I'm at the point in the game where I have my own creativity. I don't need to copy something else. I can just make whatever I envision. So I think the small casemates could work. Hey, that's up to you. I think bigger casemates, bigger turret, and you'd be fine. That's a portable solar panel for camping. Ooh, fun. Some of my favorite things about renewable energy finally picking up is we get solar panel everywhere. Love solar panels. All right, the Garnilo Destroyer. Ah, this is the scrimp build, isn't it? Yeah. All right. Oh, was I not right saying they have some similar styles? Like those round turrets. Honestly, really good job on the scrimp. I really like this. You got a very nice torpedo bay at the back here. You got your little round turrets, make it feel very protected cruiser era. Honestly, but with the amount of turrets on this, I would say... Oh, sorry, I'm yawn. With the amount of turrets on this, I would argue this feels more like a light cruiser than a destroyer, personally. But this is really good. I really like this. And also, you've done a great job on the tumble home pattern here, making it feel very much like a protected cruiser. You got the lifeboats too, which are secured. Very nice. A lot of people don't secure their lifeboats. I will make fun of that. Hey, Scrunko. I am TJ, but this is my old main account I prefer, so I'm Scrunko now. Okay, cool. Welcome in, welcome in. Must be more of the story than it turned out. Yeah, that's fair. You still have the torpedoes, right? So that works. I secure my lifeboats? Hell yeah. And still looks really good, Scrimp, keep in mind. Like, I'm by no means saying it's bad. Like, it still looks fantastic. So, good job there. Alright, GI Gladiator. Let's see what this is. Oh boy, another Arsenal bird? Wow. Monkey Man, this is the 7th time this year I've had an Arsenal build submitted to roasts. We're only in April. I don't even know, what is... Pretty sure it's like similar to TG, isn't it? Arsenal bro, this guy knows ball. Yeah, I played Blazing Angels. Wait, was Arsenal Bird Ace Combat or Blazing Angels? I think it was Ace Combat, and then Blazing Angels was like the World War II one that was less sci-fi. Ace Combat 7, yeah, there we go. That ain't an Arsenal Bird. Oh, I know, I'm just... I enjoy messing with Monkey Man, as he is the newest Codal. Honestly, I'm not... I don't know. What do you want me to say about this, Monkey Man? I feel like it could use a little bit more inspiration. And I mean that as nicely as possible. Like, for a campaign build, it's just meant to be a bomber, obviously. But, like, still work in progress, yeah. Yeah, I could tell. I'm just trying to figure out, like, it's gonna be a bomber, obviously, but can we do a bit more than just brick? Shaped brick, I'll give you credit. It's a good shaped brick, but it's still brick. This is just Prophet's version? Ah, I see. Wait, did you submit? Wow, Monkey Man submitting builds that weren't his own. What have we said about that, Monkey Man? Alright, Monkey Man loses out on next week's roast. He would not be allowed to submit anything, for he submitted work that was not his own. Alright. Let's move on. Just had to make a little note there saying Monkey Man doesn't get to submit anything next week. Hulk Splitter, this is Stren's build. Okay, yeah, you can immediately tell it's Stren's build. Okay. Yay, it's my turn. Hell yeah. Alright, so you're still doing casemate, but that's okay, you've done the... This is getting there, Stren. You're working on it quite well. What gave it away? The green? The green and the overall aesthetic. I do tend to recognize people's builds over a while. And YouTubers especially, like content creators, I tend to recognize more often if I'm watching FTV content. So first off, all these hydrophones, you can definitely deco hide them, you know? Did deco for the first time? Hell yeah. Now where is it is the question. Ah, it's a spoiler in the hull. Okay, not a bad start. That's pretty solid. So is there any reason you didn't continue it up here? Or were you meant for these like look like in... Oh, actually, you know what? No, I kind of like that it's split open like that. That's cool. I like that. So, number one fin, you can definitely shape these side pontoons a little bit better. Maybe give them a little bit of a hull shaping on the bottom and then round them off at the top, right? Can you get the corners to work on those? That's fair. And then what else could you do? Did you put plates all... Didn't put plates all across the top. Yeah, and then aside from that, you can definitely use your decos to fill in the gaps back here, right? Actually, why is there gaps back here? You just have blocks back here. What does this design do anyway? So, oh, it's a little APS guy. Okay. So if I look inside, is that going to be an unarmored APS run? Stren, why does your APS only have plate armor for the roof? Thought it looked cool. Maybe. Alright, if I look at this Tetris Stren. Okay. Got some questions here for you, bud. What went wrong? What has a weird metal? What went wrong here? That your coolant limit is so much higher than your autoloader. Unless, is it... Yeah, it's not belt fed, so I'm not going to accept it this time. Ah, I see. It's single clip Tetris. and APS. Okay, so I think I will. Oh, it's on a turret too. Oh my god. Okay. Why is it turreted if it only faces forward? You could just put a 3-meter elevation barrel or mantlet sideways to get the same. Oh, you'd get more. Fen, why is it on a turret if it's meant to face forward? More angle, no railgun then? I'm pretty sure you can have railgun on a 3-meter elevation mantlet, can you not? Like, I'm 95% sure you could. Yeah, and you? Because where did the magnets need to go? Connect them to the sides of a firing piece and place the barrel magnets in front of us. If I put my firing piece here, right? It's been a while since they've made a railgun, to be fair. Is this how this works? And then... I actually need to remember how to... I haven't made a railgun in quite some time. Where's the magnets? Should just be able to do this out here now. Yeah, so... Why doesn't this work? I meant sideways. Okay, Stren, I'm gonna teach you something really cool here, okay? I do this, right? Holy shit. Yeah, Stren? Why would I not be able to do that? Also, you can even move the firing piece sideways as well. If it didn't work like this. You could even move the firing piece sideways as well. And look how much more angle you'd get on a turret. And you'd be able to arbor it a lot better and put in a lot more internals for it. Stren, please! Oh, this is why I love ever FTD content creators. It's designed for it works for what I wanted to do. Well, okay, fair enough. I'm just saying if you ever wanted to rebuild the design, you'd be able to get a lot more out of this. Alright, cool. Not a bad little design, Stren. Actually, you know what? No, Stren's a content creator. You know what I'm gonna do? No, we have to test this out, Stren. Alright, let's spawn an enemy that I've built. Can it be the Selkie, do you think, guys? It's definitely not gonna... How much cost are you? Can I beat you at cost? You're a little bit more expensive than a Selkie. Can you beat a Selkie? I'm gonna keep testing Stren's builds against Selkies until he eventually beats the Selkie. Yep. Oh, spawned him a little bit too low, that's fine. Yeah, you did hit me. It's not good with missiles. I see. Alright, I don't have any of her small craft right now, otherwise I would test it out against other types of craft that don't have missiles. Bro just fucking died and drowned, oh my god. Alright. Feel evil for us. Alright, Stren, your next task is beat something that, or build something that beats the Selkie, okay? I can send you the Selkie design if you need. That will be our collab. Our collab, what do we want to do our collab, Stren, for FTD? Do you think you can build a design that beats the Selkie within the next week? Like, by next Friday, we collab? Oh, please, you're doing this again to me. It can beat other things. Yeah, but you haven't beat the Selkie yet. Missiles maketh the god true. What did you test it against, Stren? I am curious. Just can't handle missiles, I forgot! Oh, I love being evil to Stren. Assortment of medium and hard to put a guard craft? Ooh, okay. Yeah, I'll try it out. Let's spawn it back in. Oh, it's on the side. I'll bite the bait. I want to see how this goes. All right. Doesn't have empty missiles. All right. So what? Let's see what hard deep-water guard ship we want to go against. So just to see if I... Okay, guys, don't be mean. Look, I can be mean to my friends, chat. You guys can't be, okay? That's how this works. It's meant for big targets, too. Can I try it against the privateer then? Because the privateer only has torpedoes, but torpedoes should be slower than your craft. The privateer is also a lot more expensive, though. Actually, this would be a good test for the privateer against. Oh, it did hit. Should work. I got to get the cinematic shot. Even put this camera smoothing it on too. Bro, I'm getting luxed and hard. Yeah, the issue is testing against my designs. If I'm watching my designs, they will always work. If I'm not watching them, they will always lose. That truly is the issue with them. Look at where it should. No worries. Where? Oh, I should have probably looked at where it shot. All right. I assume it probably aimed for the AI, yeah? Like, try and snipe the AI. The issue is I do have anti-railgun armor around the AI in the privateer. It has the small liner. I know technically we don't need small liners anymore, but I still include one anyway. Good question, actually. This is my favorite part of roast, is whenever Strand submits, I can just be like, oh, Strand, it doesn't beat a Selkie, tisk tisk. Oh, Strand doesn't beat a privateer, tisk tisk. And as I build more designs, we're just gonna be able to tisk tisk more stuff. Wait, fuck, did I say? Oh god, did I forget that too? This is why we do roast though. We gotta keep Strand honest. Look, ever content creators gotta be building better than my deep water guard stuff, chat. That's just how it goes. Alright, Mastiff. Ooh, this is a cute little guy. Very nice persons. Little Bunswear, not an LAB. That's called the Mastiff. I've been playing a lot of Warno lately, as we've talked about earlier. And so I've been really into IFV maxing. I'm sad it's not a Martyr, honestly, though. I'm a big fan of the Martyr. Is this meant to be the grenade launcher one? Maybe. Nope, that's probably a minigun, so. Very nice persons. I like this one. Very good. Not much to comment on stylistically. Did a good job styling it. I am honest. That's sick. Yeah, no, Spartan. I really like a lot of person stuff. It's pretty good. Alright, escaping boats. Okay, I don't have the, I do not have the sails, unfortunately, because I'm not in the alpha test anymore, because it was breaking my mods. So, in that case, I will give you an aesthetic review. Imagine alpha test sails here. Honestly, with the way you have them positioned, they would look pretty good, so no issues there. My only concern is your hull is very, very stocked straight. It also looks like this under the waterline. I Girl. What is this? I'm ashamed. Alright. Sources I meant to delete, by the way, are still in here. T80 UK. Ooh. I didn't know that the UK made a T80 cringe. Is this cringe or pants? Oh, this is Ahmed. Nice. Haven't seen an Ahmed build in a while. Alright, so as someone who has been staring at T80s, having to beat them with AMX 10s the last few weeks, yeah, that's a T80. Look, he even has the little face with the proboscis. Look at his own nose. Honestly, no, this is actually really well modeled, Ahmed. I actually really like this, and I need to figure out how to do these type of like oblique panels for Deep Water Guard. So I have the scrappy ones that I've kind of been doing, but I kind of want to make like Deep Water Guard ERA for my next build. We'll see how it goes. That thing can see, truly. Exceptional optics. You got the DKSM up here, the Dishcom. That should be a 12.7mm if I'm not mistaken. Also known as a 50 cal, I believe. fuel tanks back here, very nice. No, really nice, really well done. Got the side paneling. See, oh, so Kioski, if you're still watching at this point, right here is how I would do the side paneling. If you're gonna do small panels, do them very repetitive and do them with the big enough gaps where you can see behind them. More important, is it ashes compliant? It is slightly over volume for ashes, but it still looks good. And honestly, this is one of those designs you could definitely make a little bit smaller and have it ashes compliant. So, oh, honestly, Ahmed, I'm gonna say for once, I have to admit, your engine deck is a little bit lacking. I would put like one of those rotating, like, you know, the prop hub radiators, even if I know it's probably not the most realistic, but I would put something here just to add a little bit of animation, I think. But aside from that, nice build. I love it. I've been really liking packed armor lately, especially T72s. I'm a T72 maxer, so I've been having fun with that. All right, here's the coat. Okay, the TG dinosaur is back. Very nice. Oh yeah, that looks cool. I'm still not a fan of the hip rockets, admittedly. I think I would have just preferred one overarching like missile backpack, but it's not bad looking. You did a pretty good job on it. Oh, I love these over here. That's cool as hell. That is very nice, Cruiser. The little rotating guns on the arms. Very cute. Oh, hey, look, you made him look friendly. Aw. See, that's really well done with the face. It looks a lot less mean now. Still has a terrifying jaw, but he looks a lot less mean now, which is important. Oh yeah, Stren, you're saying holy shit, but wait until you see this thing walk at 40 meters a second. This thing's fully animated. Cruiser has done one hell of a job on it. Tail fan proportionality feels too small. I feel like I would extend this fan all the way up to here and then elongate it a little bit more, just to make it feel a little bit more important. And then this little node right here for the tail feels a little bit under-detailed. I think everywhere else is great. I think just that little node between here, right here, is a little bit under-detailed. Haven't sent you my cursed boats yet? Oh, fun. But aside from that, really good job on everything else, Cruiser. Very good. I do quite like that little guy. Look at him walk. He's animated. He's swimming. All right. Harpy. This is Ginger Spartans. Oh, very tiny. My God. Okay, very well done. Only 138. That's really good job, Spartan. Holy shit. Get the missile and the APS. Very nice. This does look like structurally. I'm gonna check your APS. So Spartan is another content creator, therefore they have higher standards that I hold them to. Probably, oh yeah, that's just probably the one. Is that diff? No, it can't be. Ah, there's the belt fed. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's just a little belt fed. That makes sense. Very nice. You have the gauge increaser, but you only put it at the 20mm. I would at least get it at the 50 so you can have a little bit of a sand blaster, right? 20mm, I feel like it's not going to do too much. From 0 to finished all in one day. Very impressive. Very good. I will say, I really like this. It's very cute as a drone. And it fits your style quite well. No, really good job on this, Spartan. I really like it. Yeah, air intakes all look good too. Very nice. Here, let's get a good shot of it. There we go. Yeah, well done. All right, I think that's everyone today too. So that's gonna be all for me today, I think. I'll head over to the Discord now. I'll probably play some Wiki Free today. Not too long though, because I still gotta do groceries. What time is it? Yeah, I probably got like 2.5 hours, and I gotta go do groceries because I gotta buy food for supper tonight. Just about to sit in the back of my ships. Yeah, that makes sense. So let's go find someone to raid into. Bye, mate. Yeah, no worries. Stick around for the raid. You'll get more channel points. I see Neko has decided that the nap is call into him. Have we raided Toady recently? We've been collabing with Toady. Yeah, let's raid Toady. Let's go see what Toady is up to. Alright, we have our raid. Toady is playing Heroes of Might and Magic. So that will be very fun to go see what's going on. And in the meantime, I will see you guys all tomorrow for some Stellaris with Toady and Nemo again. It'll be the last session of Stellaris for a little bit, just because Toady will be busy. And I have some other games I want to play. I think going forward, after tomorrow, Saturdays might be Terra Invicta. Because Gravitas did buy it for me, and I feel bad that I haven't played it too much on stream yet. So, look forward to Terra Invicta. We're going to try and form the Roman Empire. And we will see how it goes from there. Aside from that, bye-bye, guys.